It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us make it, helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
Up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help!
Another one.
It's happening.
Here we go.
Welcome to another one.
Yeah, welcome. We've just done the Patreon, haven't we?
We have, yeah. Squeezed a little Patreon before the main record. Keep getting a bit too busy on weekends to catch up and do one on a different day, don't we?
Yeah, the match was on, wasn't it? And then I
was in London.
Just to let you also know again, I think I've got enlarged prostate, haven't I? I survived the Patreon without nipping off the toilet, but with them 2 beers now I'm fucked.
What's that based on? Just like you need a piss?
Still need to piss a lot.
Last night when I was
just feels in front.
I thought, that doesn't feel good. Anyway, 2 guests. I love having guests now, especially after a Patreon, because it feels like such a holiday now.
It's a relief.
Now we've got like backup. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know how hard it is to try and talk just us 2 for an hour?
So much chat. So to my left, Mr. Josh Pugh.
Hello.
You started in the same year as me, didn't you? 2014?
2014, yeah. May the 22nd.
He's from my school. May the 22nd,
yeah.
are you?
Yeah, when you?
I was
your school,
July... I was meant to be July 2nd at Preston Frog, but I got pulled because the water pipe went. So only the 2/8 went on. And then they went, that's it. Show's over.
Oh, no.
Here's a free ticket to the professional show at the Friday. I'm not going to that shit. And they put me on in Manchester on Monday, and then I went and died on my arse with Dave Longley as the compere.
Nice.
Nice. What a bloke to die in front of.
I don't.
Very encouraging when you
yeah.
Actually, I was meant to be on first that night, but then Bill Alzafar, Mike Edge. Do you ever gig with Mike Edge?
I remember that name.
Remember Mike Edge?
Yeah.
So he was a bit nuts. Do you remember Mike Edge?
Have was his haircut a bit like Dracula?
Yeah.
And did he
tall
wear
fella?
Shit shirts.
Tall fella. He's a nice bloke, but I think he had a bit of a streak in him from what I heard.
Right.
Was he from up this neck of the woods?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really?
I don't want to say anything, but like...
well, in case he finds out where you live.
Because he was straight edge, wasn't he? He didn't... Mike Edge, but he was straight edge, like he didn't drink, he didn't do anything, and then he told me, like, because he used to get a little bit angry. Because he's one of them classic ones that he's so nice, and you're like... And then he's like, he doesn't drink, but he's dead nice. He said, and then... so he said, oh, you don't want to... He's only his first gig. He was probably about 15 in, so felt like he was the fucking John Gotti of the Beat the Frog. And then
so funny when you see them like that.
He boxes me off. So Bilal goes on first, I think. Bilal Zafar.
Yeah.
And then Benji Waterstone's from my first ever Beat the Frog. And he's a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's done well. Don't know whether he's still doing comedy. But anyway, Jack Kirwan.
Hello, pal. You're right.
When did you start, Jack?
2000 and... Did you say 14?
14, yeah.
I think maybe 10.
Yeah, you're the same as me then, 2010.
We were about
we must be the same school year, mustn't we?
Yeah.
Who else in your year, Robbie, did you start with?
Who else in my year?
Yeah.
Adam Rowan. Or was he before?
I think he was the year before. And then, because I was November 2010, so he was either 6 months before the year before. I think Otway started around the same time.
Some people are secretive, aren't they?
Yeah.
Some snides who did 10 gigs in 2007.
New Act competition.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Then
It's 19 years.
Yeah. There's an argument. You go like,
I thought I was someone over that.
When's your first gig? And I go, the very first time you stepped on stage to do comedy.
Yeah.
And they go, but it was a competition at Butlins. Doesn't fucking matter. You started at 8.
I'm 2 years in.
The
2 years in, and the picture of them's on Facebook. It's them smoking on stage.
Mate. Would you add Kings of the Internet, you reckon we got with us today?
Yeah. Absolute flames coming from the Midlands online, innit? They're the online content kings.
Yeah, it's mad, innit?
You're moving, you're making the Midlands move.
Yeah.
You're giving Northwest a run for the money with you two.
Right. I've taken now, I think.
What?
Are you
I've taken now.
We'll probably hire you on an industrial estate soon, Jack, innit? And start putting our own stuff out.
Smashing it, boy.
Are you two going to do a podcast?
Jack's got one.
We've just started one called Weird Arseholes Podcast. It's only like the second episode.
So
McBurney.
Yeah. So we just...
You, McBurney, and who's the other fella?
Paul Palmer. So Paul...
Did he do stand-up?
Paul does... Not really.
Right.
He probably did about 4 gigs.
Right.
By his third one, he won the Best Alternative Act at the West Midlands Comedy Awards, or the Midlands Comedy Awards.
Stood there in silence for 10 minutes.
But he loves it. He goes, I did 3 gigs and I was fucking brilliant.
Does McBurney doesn't gig?
No, we just do our own stuff now. We live together.
All 3 years?
Just me and Andy. Paul's married with kids. That sounds really fucking tragic. And we're not. So we live together because it's fucking cheaper, and it's easier to write together and stuff like that. It means we can do.
So when did you do like the? Because I've never really we didn't really know if we'd ever met, did we?
Yeah.
No, because
I think I've met your mum and dad before I met you.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. At the style in. So
when did you stop gigging? As in, like, circuit wise?
It's been about 2. Actually, it's been about 4 years now. I did a gig in South Wales midweek with Andy.
Yeah.
And it was one of the worst deaths I've ever had. So I was doing Gary Pownland.
Just recently?
No, this is about 4 or 5 years ago. This was when I decided not to.
So did you start Gary Pownland on the circuit, did you? Because I've only ever known him through videos. I've only seen you do stand-up as yourself. I
think I did a couple of videos first, then I did the second time I did it, we were in the Glee Breaking Talent
I can remember seeing
or it might have been the first time that night.
Yeah, and your thing at the time was you'd come on and you'd pretend to be like a neighbour of the comedy club complaining about the noise. That was like,
great.
That was like you're in, wasn't it?
I'm sick to tired.
That's your reason to be there.
Yeah. What's a right prop, what's a joke and all that.
Yeah.
Love that. That's so good.
But obviously, I did that, so I died in South Wales, which makes sense because Jesus wept, keep the boys down and all that.
Yeah.
You're not from fucking.
But you could have relocated. You could have relocated.
Yeah.
Like you got kicked out and you ended up in South. Why the fuck am I in there?
I can't sleep because of all of this laughing. It's the same jokes. So I died on my arse. I mean, I felt the bloke behind that. I think they just thought it was a real person,
right?
Genuinely. And I just sat in the car outside. I waited for Andy. Andy went on and did really well. And he got in the car and I said, "That's it for me, pal." Because we got home about 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
My alarm was set.
You lived over the road.
Should have moved. So
just about half not now, Andrew.
Back at 3:30, and then alarm set for 5:30. And I said, "I'm not doing this again." So I did like a kind of a Facebook.
So how long were you doing stand up for then? When you went, that's it.
At that point, it's probably about when did we fucking start? So probably
2010,
about 8 years or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, so it was like
So I'm going to
2018.
see the Kirwanator.
I think I've seen a clip of that. Yeah.
That was funny as well.
You're doing Frankie People's gig at the church hall or something, coming out with a Dalek.
Fuck me. I did it about 3 times, and I just used to wrap myself up in tinfoil.
I remember seeing.
Hello, how are you doing?
So it's Gary Pownland as the Terminator.
You know what, the voice weren't that far away from me. But then I did that again, and I'm promoting myself here, man. I fucking died on my arse at one of Freddie Quinn's things in Preston, and I had to get changed in front of the audience, so it was the corridor. Danny Clives, he's just wrapping me up in tinfoil. It was a gong. I went,
oh my God.
It
was a gong. Yeah. That is balls, that,
brave,
you know?
man.
That is balls.
Audience watching you get ready.
50 quid of tinfoil I've got
The worst part about it was, so that was on the way in. So that was, I mean, it's bad enough. That was before I'd fucking died. And
imagine if you did it when you're in the motorway.
Well, I'd done so I'll go on. Hello, wait. You having a good night? Yeah, good day, and all that. And then, bong, fucking do one. So I was
no. How long did you do?
I bet about a minute and a half.
Oh, did it take long to put the tinfoil on?
It took about 45 minutes to get dressed. So I booked time off work, drove up to, I think, like Runcorn or something.
The annual leave request.
Yeah. And then on the way out, the worst part was...
nice, Jack.
How did you get last night? Fuck off.
Yeah. Went to your mum's house, though. Shut up.
You packed lunch and loaded it. Like that big, you packed lunch next day at work.
Terrible. And then on the way out, it was the same narrow corridor, but I'm getting unchanged I'm getting undressed in the same place. Yeah. So I'm taking all this off in pure silence, and like
just like the
punters are there, and they're stuck in the queue because it's a bottleneck to get out. So they're sort of looking at me.
I thought you were good, mate.
Freddie Quinn, he did. So I'll quickly interrupt. Freddie Quinn, he did.
Was this to Survive the Five?
I think it was. That was it.
In a nightclub?
Yes.
Oh, what a fucking
cabinets.
Oh, my God.
It's like a warehouse.
Yeah.
And
big barrier in front of the audience and everything.
He did the figure cam on stage.
Just to hold them back, just in case.
No, they were fucking... It was...
I've got this 50 quid prize money nailed on it.
And then the funny thing was, Danny Clives actually won as well, and we travelled together. So then I had all that stuff that and then I had to sit through the real place for you, mate. Like still bits of fucking tinfoil on my
I was laughing now, though.
Yeah.
With your 100,000 followers. It's all worth it, mate.
Yeah. I remember when this first started, I went to a frog and bucket with I was doing the Beat the Frog, and Rose texted me going, what are you doing tonight? I was like, I'm going to beat the frog. He went, oh, mate, could you mind if I come down with you? I'm not on, I just want to come down for the ride. Like, yes, no problem. So he comes down with me. Fern Brady comes, I don't want to be on tonight. I can't be arsed being on. So Rose like, I'm just here anyway, I'll go on. It's like, sound. Fucking gets up.
The gong?
Yeah, the gong. Dan Nightingale gives him the biggest fucking warmest welcome ever. Gets him on, he smashes it. Me and him in the gong show, the last two for the clap off. He fucking wins. It's like, why the fuck did I bring you here, you fucking rat?
I bet it was in Brady's ear as well.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I wouldn't fancy this.
Yeah. So he was probably there going, I'm tired, you know. We go, just get off, go to bed. You deserve a night off, you.
How far along was he at this point? Is that this ain't like fucking 2 weeks ago or something like that?
Just those two tails to beat the frogs to the piss. No, it must have been about 3-4 years in, maybe, if that. Maybe even like younger sort of thing.
So 8 years you sort of jacked it. So 2010 to 2018 you were on the circuit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, but you've always tried new things, haven't you? I
was always doing different.
You were dead brave, weren't you?
Do it myself and stuff like that, and different bits and bobs.
When I heard that you did one where it was the opera singer with the world's smallest mouth, was it?
Oh, world's smallest Jack Marrow fat pea mouth. The world's smallest mouth things. So there's loads of really weird bits like that and double act stuff with Andy. But I just used to. I get to the end of my normal set, which was jokes. And
because I remember being sort of one-liners or like dad jokes.
Sort of short. I mean, short stuff really shit.
Remember when you used to ask the audience if they got it? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Put your hand up if you get it.
I don't know if you know this, but the promoter said for every time somebody gets a joke, I get 50 pence. So if you do get a joke, and I ask you to put your hand up, and then I pretend to mark the scores off, sort of thing. Yeah, so at the end I'd just say...
All them sound great.
So were you doing like weekend gigs and like smashing it, or were you...
No, I never got to that level of doing the... I might have did like... I probably did a couple of middle spots at Birmingham Glee. Started to get bits of money for middle spots, but I never opened or...
And then you just thought, this isn't gonna work.
I sort of found the... I mean, I would have kept doing it, but I sort of found the Gary thing anyway, and then it was like, well, this is sort of taking off.
So was the Gary thing started taking off?
Yes. Yeah.
What made you decide to start doing? Because you were one of the first, weren't you? Well, you're one of the first that I remember. You were just doing like skip videos.
The stuff on. I don't know what, just the standard thing of desperately needing fucking affirmation and attention.
I need something. Yeah.
Even, we're talking on the way up. Even on Facebook, you'd fuck around on there, wouldn't you? Remember when he was Tony Denham?
Yeah.
Is it pretending to be a comedy agent?
Still wanker promoter agent.
Trying to put gigs on in women's prisons.
Talking about sacking the cleaner because she's fucking, I don't know, deleted an email or something like that. Yeah, just really fucking daft stuff. But I'd sort of lost my job, then got into the comedy. Yeah. This and that. And then...
So did Gary Pownland just start just on your Facebook?
Yes, that was. I changed my name. I changed my name on Facebook to it. I worked with a guy whose name was Andy Powney, who used to talk like he sounded like that, and I started doing an impression, and people at work thought it was him because my impression was.
How far in did it before it started to take off? Like, how many of them did you have to put up when it was getting like nothing? Or did they go fly pretty quick?
No, I probably did 6 or 7. I just wanted it to be, you know, you get these fucking head cases with a phone and they've got instant access. You see the gold, the Wheelstone Raider, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They've got instant access, no self-awareness.
Yeah.
The shit with the technology. So, I mean, to begin with, I used to zoom in on my face.
The angle of it.
Deliberately and act like it's some fucking nut trying to figure it out. But about 8 videos in, I started targeting the Wolves games. Because I knew it would.
Right.
Mulholland did that with Leeds.
I didn't know. I thought that come later on. I didn't realise the Wolves. Your link with Wolves was so early.
It was quite soon in because I remember thinking, "Fuck me, reaction videos," and then I was getting the people thinking it was a real person, and then
that's a good thing to tap into. Like I said, just Mulholland with Leeds. He did his first rant on YouTube about Leeds, and that's one that he said, "Oh, that's got a bit of traction in it." That. So I think if you do target like,
I wonder where he got that idea from.
Yeah,
it's right.
So.
When you see it with like boxers and that, isn't it? Like, Josh Warrington. He's obviously, if I can get some of the Leeds fans and
they all
a massive group of people. Isn't
when
it?
anyone ever thought Tony Bellew, they all suddenly become a Liverpool fan. Because he was so attached to Everton.
Yeah, fucking. I just did that thinking, aim for that, try and then a few views.
When do you know it was really taking off?
I don't know. Never really. Even now, I'd say like you still got the thing. You could stop next week.
You still do question it, don't you? Because me and you, like, I mean, because we were mates on the circuit, I think, but like more on Facebook. And then remember when you first done it, and I used to wind you up, and I used to get really comment. I used to message him going, "Hey lad, you're punching down. You know, you're punching down." And he proper got, "No, I'm not. No, you're missing the point."
Fuck you.
You said that about my Bingham character as well, mate.
Because it winds
You're trying to shit on anyone doing something that he can't do. He hasn't got the balls to stick it out himself, so he'll just bully you for it.
Message go, you're punching down. He's like, I'm fucking not.
First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. That's the one.
Then you're on the podcast.
More recently, the conversations we have, I'm always like, I love it. Get it touring. Yeah. And you're paranoid it won't work outside of Birmingham. Or you was. Have you done it outside of Birmingham?
Yeah, we have. I was on about this.
You're doing Hot Water soon, aren't you?
We did, you know what, April, I think. We sold about 120 tickets, so obviously it's it's not a big deal outside the West Midlands. Not that it massively is.
120 is more than some touring comedians are at Hot Water.
That's a good number.
There's people on the Apollo who can't fill a small room, and you're already halfway through the big room, and you sell more the later on it gets. You'll do.
Oh, when this comes out, innit?
If you're an online thing though, then your engagement, the people that really would come. So, like you say, TV ones that like you, but they're not necessarily bothered by you.
It's everything's so disposable now, innit? Do you know what I mean? Even TV, TV. I think you need to be on TV so much to have an impact.
Yeah, that's. I think that's part of the thing.
Well, it's Facebook and that they can literally write to you and you can write back to them, and they feel. I think that's worth more than part of it. Oh, that's that person on that thing.
And if your videos are more consistent as well, you're so much part of the life where someone sees you on something once.
Yeah.
Unless you're on like Jimmy Carr or something, you're on a different show every day. Then you're on once and forgotten sort of thing. Whereas you're on there Facebook every day.
So the interacting thing with him and meeting them I'll meet everybody afterwards if anybody wants a photo and all that stuff.
So how many gigs have you done in Birmingham? Or like Wolverhampton sort of thing?
What's that? Our
Midlands,
shows?
Let's just call the Midlands. I know I'm sounding ignorant.
Like our shows.
Yeah, how many of your own shows?
I'll have to read them off because I'm genuinely fucking. So we've done Dudley Town Hall.
Sold out.
Once sold that out.
Hype man over here. Sold out.
If I give you the nod, will you?
Sell it out. Tickets available.
We do actually need numbers for that one.
No, Dudley Town Hall wasn't, but we fucking pretended it was. Dudley Town Hall, Stourbridge Town Hall twice, sold out twice. Cannock Prince of Wales Theatre twice, sold out twice. The Grand Theatre Wolverhampton sold out. Birmingham Town Hall sold out. Where else? Walsall Arena, which doesn't hold 10,000, surprisingly. It's a former school, I think. That's sold out.
Walsall Arena School.
It's a fucking arena tour, isn't it?
Leeds Arena Cafe 3.
If only my teachers could see me now. Where else? Walsall.
Under the stairs at the MEN.
I think that's pretty much it. I think.
So you haven't done your first gig outside of Midlands then, yeah?
Not quite. Redditch Palace Theatre sold out as well. That was West Midlands. Not yet, but I know it's going to be all right.
I think I genuinely think
sounding wanky, but comedy's comedy.
I love it, and I'm not from there. And I I especially love the sister. What's the sister's name?
Tash.
Tash.
Yeah.
Tash is my favourite.
Probably more universal. I think.
Tash is basically every one of my cousins. Like I just like there's 3 of my cousins that remind me of Tash. I'm just like, oh fucking hell.
There was some line that got I can't remember what it was now, but it's just certain turns of phrase that are just so fucking. It was the fucking lockdown one about the next door neighbour, something being fat as fuck. I can't remember the line.
What's the name of the next door neighbour?
Fat. Well, she always refers to Mrs. Parker's big fat son. Well, what we got as well, we did a pilot with Barbara and I.
Look at the fucking state of it.
Yeah, we got her to. It's funny, we get her to refer to her own son as my big fat son Anthony. Sort of thing. Like,
have you got an Anthony or just is he one of them?
Nah, we ain't got him. Yeah.
Like the secret character in the back.
It might be one of them who went never.
Has Barbara been in any of your shows?
Not yet, but we want to do next year. I think the second tour, hopefully get her.
And the sitcom, innit?
That's got to be getting written. It's weird because we're ready to do it, but it's getting.
Have you started writing it? No. Have you started writing it?
We've written a pilot. We've got a filmed pilot. We had little.
Can I watch it?
It's on the Facebook page.
Is it?
How long's it going for?
Yeah, it's only about 15 minutes.
How long does it go on for?
Sorry. Did you think it was a 2-minute video? Talking to the camera.
How long's that
if it's not a reel, I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
Love 15
what you do,
minutes. Massive fan, but
Yeah, we're going to just have me doing 2-minute videos.
When you show someone else a video on your phone,
you realise how long it is.
The first thing they do is look how long it is.
Yeah. And I mean, if you show anyone, you're a fucking knobhead. I do it, but you are a cunt.
So when
could be the best thing ever? It's like, nah, unless it's porn, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's ignorant. It's like, fucking look at this.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I know what YouTube is. If I want to find a hot dog competition, eating competition in America, I can.
My father-in-law sends me loads on WhatsApp, and then he's like, he tests me when I get back. What's that? I'm saying watch it. That was really funny. That it's like it was an article about Russia. It's funny how
she's dying.
You just got to really.
It's funny how it happens, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Just go, stop this now.
I've got a rule. I don't download anything on WhatsApp because I just say to people now, I've seen too many people. I've seen too many women that are fancy having cocks, and I've seen too many people getting their head chopped off. So now I don't open anything. So if anyone asks me, did you see that? I'm like, no. You know,
if it's a link,
I don't open anything.
I'm not going near a link at all. I ain't clicking on a link.
I don't click. Anything in the DMs on Instagram.
I don't click on a video unless I've seen 4 or 5 people put laughing faces.
Endorsed.
Endorsed by that one knobhead who will click anything.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to do your first show?
That was a couple of years.
What made you go, right, we can do a live show now?
I think just seeing the sort of the following and thinking, fuck it, it's worth a try in Wolverhampton. Oh, fuck me. Before the Grand Theatre in Wolverhampton, we did a place called the Lighthouse Theatre twice. So we did. Were
they sold out or no?
Sold out.
Yeah.
He just gets to an hour 40 and go like, Josh, where can we find you?
Josh, thanks, man.
No, we're gonna move on to Josh in a minute. But.
I'm genuinely buzzing that you're saying it, but I know I would sound like a massive cunt if it was me saying it. So
to be fair, if you put in 2 shows on, you'd hope that at least the first one sold out.
We put,
back-to-back nights, 12 in each night.
We had the second night after selling 70 hits on the first.
When Liam Gallagher sold out Nebworth, it's like, I can't believe it. You can't believe it. You sure you knew it was on the cards?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't have just...
Yeah.
That's a massive
Somebody's
gamble.
Fucking told you to do it.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I was asking you because, like, so, do you know what happened with Smith?
No.
So Smith's thing was like...
How it started?
Well, not how it started.
I mean,
basically Blair put the cameras in, following started getting good, and Blair said to him, let's go on tour. And he was like, nah. Like, because Smith's whole thing was, don't like travelling, don't like leaving Liverpool, not going on a tour.
Yeah.
And then Blair went, well, judging by like the things we've got, like the followers and that we've got, and done some calculations, I reckon we can make this much money. And Smith went, I don't like when it's going so.
The numbers work, innit?
It's a different level, isn't it, to club gigs. If you can get to a point where you can sell off your own name, it's just a different.
There's something about me though that doesn't like playing to fans because I think they've seen everything I do and they know about it. I just like the idea of playing to strangers.
Yeah, that's why I'm not big as well.
No, but it does weird me out. I'll come and see. It's like you've seen me.
Yeah, I'm like that when people are like, "Oh,
you're sick of playing to fans, aren't you?
I'm on about clubs. Like, if I'm a club guy, I don't do a show.
You don't know what a show's like.
No, but I haven't got a show.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so what I'm saying is...
maybe do a show
somebody's seen
and then go, oh, I don't like playing to fans.
If somebody's seen me and they go, oh, yeah, post me on again, but it'll be the same shit, so I'm not doing it.
Oh, that's because you're lazy then.
Yeah, because I haven't got an hour. If I was doing the club set and then I had a different hour, then yeah, I'd be like, I'll post my show thing.
Yeah, right.
But I'm just a club. I just do club sets, the same shit.
You're not going to burn it, if you're doing clubs, and you're not going to put it online and burn your stuff, are you?
No, well, I put a couple of minutes out every year, and then hopefully people forget about it, and then we go again, innit?
What's your following like now then, Josh?
You're smashing it now.
I've not seen you following, I've just seen the videos.
It's the opposite way around to Jack. So Jack's Facebook first, probably. We say that's fair, Jack?
Yeah,
Facebook.
absolutely. Yeah.
And yours is one character as well, where yours is just skits, isn't it, all the time?
Yeah, it's just me, but not me.
The grassroots isn't that the big one?
So grassroots, that's just all written stuff.
How's that getting on then? Because when that first started and that one.
So funny.
Yeah, that's gone, but I've not touched that for a bit.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that same thing you had. So that's a football coach. Like,
yeah,
I'd love to try and write for that. I just go like that.
So have you not done that? Is that why I haven't seen it for a while? I just assumed because you see things loads, don't you?
Yeah.
And then sometimes the algorithm just fucks them off, and unless you go looking for them, So I just assumed it hadn't come.
And there's something going on with the algorithms at the minute. I'm seeing loads of stuff I don't follow. Do you know what I mean?
Just sounded funny, the algorithm.
Yeah, there's something.
It's true. It's fun.
The algorithms are fucking
They're making a rattling noise lately.
Yeah, but it's so. So I've got my grassroots coach. We haven't done for a bit. Then I just do my videos on Twitter, and they do well.
Yeah.
But Instagram, I can't crack Instagram. I don't know how you get. I think I'm not.
It's hard to share on Instagram. People have got to add it, put it on the story.
And I think they want reels as well.
It's less likely to do it.
Instagram push reels.
Yeah.
And I think if it's over a minute, you can't do it as a reel.
So do you not? Well, most of yours are a bit longer, aren't they?
Yeah, I literally don't know anything about any of this stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's
the only thing I know is because Rose told me.
Yeah, but you know, some people like you see them do this stuff, and it's like captioned.
Yeah,
mine's like not accessible
I don't
to
know.
anybody. Yeah, I can't do anything like
Yours
that.
would be so much better. I don't know how to do it either.
Yeah,
but like the captions are coming up perfect. Like, how do they? There's no way they're typing this in.
Yeah. No, totally.
They've got an app, and I don't know the app, and it's stressful. And you think, fuck it, I'll just stick it out there.
I get the odd like deaf person like tweeting me saying, "Can you make this accessible?" I feel like saying.
Don't get good learning to play to them.
For one or two deaf people, if it's going to take me 2 hours,
fuck off.
There's other stuff for them to
get fucked.
Yeah, there's other stuff they could be accessing. Do you know what I mean?
It's not just deaf people, you know.
Right to your local MP. That's
it's not.
They can watch it at 3 a.m. when Instagram.
It's for my bird only watches videos with captions.
Yeah.
Surely that'd be something they could look into.
She'll have to telly, and she'll watch videos and read the captions. Like, she doesn't actually listen to the video and go, that's funny. I'm like, what's funny?
80% of videos.
Really? And she's like, that video, and she's just literally looking at the captions.
80% of videos are like watched in silence now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
so that doesn't bode well for you. So you do
even
well.
Mine, it's got no. People watch your mine in silence and it's not even captioned.
Yeah.
That's quality.
So how's yours going then? How's your because your videos always smash.
Yeah, they do. And my thing is, I don't get greedy with it. I just put 1 out a week tops.
Yeah.
So I'm the same as you. Sorry, I don't want people. Oh, it's that fucking guy again. Do you know what I mean? You know what you're saying about playing to fans?
That's not why he's doing it.
What do you mean?
You know what you're saying about you don't want people to think, oh, that guy was.
No, I'm just conscious.
Please stop giving him credit.
No. Listen, what I'm saying about the fan thing is, if I'm just doing club
fans
gigs,
is a huge word.
Like someone, they think you're good. They like you at one gig, and they go, "That was great." And then people message you going, "When are you next on?"
When are you next on?
It's like, I'll be next on close to you in about 7 months, but you're going to see the same 20 and think he's shit. Yeah, just the same shit.
I'll be honest.
Like, I don't want to plug that.
I had someone on Twitter ask me 4 times when I was next on, and I literally messaged him lying, going, "Listen, mate, the reason I don't post my gigs and that is because when you come and see me at a club, I don't make any more money, sort of thing. So I like to only post the gigs that I'm going to make extra money on, that are like getting sold off my name. And he goes, oh, yeah, I understand. When reality was, he'd see me a week before, and there's no chance I'm going to have any new material. By the time he wanted to see me again.
Yeah, so one of them ones.
Fucking black. Yeah.
Sure, that's your next question. Oh, so one of them gigs that you... Oh, no. It's just,
yeah. So she said, so I'll let you know. Listen, mate, I'm shite. All right. You haven't seen enough comedy. Fuck off.
You've had your fill.
Do one, leave me alone.
That's what I mean about the fact. And also playing to people that like you, I just think, it's easy. I like the idea that they're looking at you. I don't know who you are. I don't know if I'm going to like you. I don't know what you're about. And then, because if they knew what I was about, I'd do material that I want.
You don't want to sleep with the same woman all the time. You want to win.
Don't tell her that, though.
You want to win the approval of a new woman each time.
Absolutely.
Is that what? Do you know what I mean? It's like you want that thing of winning.
Don't say that
too.
Yeah.
You've been with your partner too long to say that.
I'm the opposite then, into the sense of having an audience who knows who I am. If that's the equivalent
but if you
of
know
an album,
what you've done is learn to make one woman come and gone, right, I can nail that now. That'll do me.
I am a man.
No, it's the audience, but
she likes it when I do this, I'll do that, and then
no, but it's like if I go and do a bit, I go about incest.
Yeah.
And they know me and they're a fan. I go, oh, I can do this bit, and they'll laugh at it. So I'm going out there and I'm doing a bit, and I go, are they going to laugh? Are they not going to laugh? But I don't know.
Stop talking.
You've still got. I mean, in my position, I've still got to write new material. I've still got to write fucking jokes. Do you know what I mean? There's
sort of get away with it for so long.
Catchphrasey stuff that's like that'll get a laugh because I used to do the really lame, not lame, the daft boxing stuff. Again, because it would get views, and then it would bring people to see the other stuff. Like, I did call out video to Billy Joe Saunders. Before everyone was doing it, and he saw it, you know. He fucking saw it, because his auntie shared it, and she messaged me. But yeah, that's what I was saying.
She messaged me.
I was fucking buzzing. I was going, couldn't believe it. But sorry, my point was being I've still got, I can sort of rely on sort of catchphrasey stuff and go, oh, they'll like that because I'll say that, but I've still got to write. Still got to be funny.
I'm lazy.
Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I've still got to win them over in that way.
I'm not fully sure what you're wanting, Simon.
No, nor do I. I don't know if I want to do this.
This is the problem.
I didn't want to do this. I'm thinking that I've done. There's so many hours of chat. I didn't ever want this because when I started stand up, this wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And it's just happened to me. I was like, oh, I'm a podcaster now. I never asked for any of this.
So what do you? I don't get what you're hoping for.
I want 50 million.
You want to do one gig a year?
What we want is money. That's what we want.
I think you want money. Therapy.
I'm waiting on them to get back to me, Jack.
He won't let me give him therapy.
Mental health matters.
You don't want the same therapist every week. You don't want to keep going back to the same therapist that knows him in and out. He's got to impress a new therapist every week.
Yeah, no, that's right.
He wants to go to a new therapist every week and convince that he's got a new mental illness.
I think that's the thing. Yeah, I like the idea of I don't know how this is going to go. What's it going to be?
Therapist, like he's doing that incest stuff again.
Yeah.
we unpacked this last week.
There'll be a circuit of therapists. I'm a fan of this therapist. So going back to your one now. So you do one a week on Gram, Twitter. And
and it just people share. Twitter's easiest to share, I think.
I'd say Twitter's.
And you've got access to
Twitter's the quickest one to share.
Yeah, and you've got access to people who've got a lot more followers than you, and people. Yeah, you know, and people are scrolling and
take one big account and then you can.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you just people follow you for that, and then when you do more of that, it's like
Yeah. So do you get many people following you then?
Off a video,
off one video.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
and then. Do you get them knowing that you're a stand-up sort of thing?
So I have it in my bio, and I get the odd message, not loads, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks, saying when are you gigging, whatever. And same as you, I'm conscious about what I might be doing 20 minutes down there, or do I tell them about that, or do I wait until I'm going to do a show and get them to come to that?
Yeah, because
they'll come see you do 20 minutes and they'll prefer the other act.
That's the risk.
They'll be messaging you. Who was the one at the end, Josh? Oh, that was Tonks. Yeah, he was good.
When's he next? Message him if you're going to message him.
Exactly. And then look what you've opened now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want him to know.
You know, Tonks is fucking hype guy.
Because like we had Ishan on Friday, and he was saying Ishan Akbar, and he's saying thingy.
Oh,
K-Kid.
Give me some respect.
No, he was saying K-Kid was he had people coming to his tour.
Yeah.
Going, oh, lad, we didn't even know you don't stand up.
Amazing.
You just seen like skip videos.
That's the thing.
Okay.
If you
bought tickets to a live show to see, I wonder what this is going to be like.
So that's the thing.
I didn't realise he was a stand-up
So
comedian.
Kay's probably been gigging for like a fair few years, so he can actually back it up. There's other people that have just done the videos, and do you know what I mean? If you
you've got the chops.
Imagine you don't even know they do stand-up, and then they've got 10 years in the game and they're decent.
Yeah.
You're going to be blown away, and you're going to be like, whoa, they can actually do.
Is the thing? Yeah, I think that's.
Did you find the fact that you'd at least performed for 8 years, or like, I don't want to say learning your chops or thing, but you put enough time doing enough different characters to have stagecraft and stuff. Like, even though you weren't professional, you've done enough time to get yourself a decent standard.
It's as daft as is like your timing, I suppose.
Do you think that helped you then go from taking Gary to a live show?
It was nice because it was not saying that thing, Josh. It was nice knowing an audience was coming to sort of see me or see Gary. You know you've got them on site. You know you've got them on site.
An audience coming to see you.
But
How conceited.
Sorry. But in my head, like,
I want a
even
group
now,
of fucking wrongins.
I'd be like, run my hands to him. I'm going to I'm going to fucking do my best to absolutely blow you away.
Yeah.
What about... It's not just videos, which you get a lot of that, but I can do the fucking thing, you know.
Yeah.
I do get that, like, Mal the comedian. I think he's very funny, but I think... To me, it seems like that slight lack of amount of time. Might not have been around long enough for it to be as good as it could be.
It's like
that makes sense.
It's like a perfect storm. If you want your break at the right time, innit?
Yeah.
Well, like Deliso, when he did BGC, he's ready to go and talk.
Yeah.
Whereas someone like Alan Finnegan, for example, he's not up. Or Callum Oakley, when he did it at 15, he's not going to go and have a good hour. That's just not going to happen.
Like when Newton Faulkner had that Dream Catch Me song. Dream Catch Me. And that went big, I bet he's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I've got nothing. I've got nothing else. That was it.
Did he go nowhere after that?
Well, I think...
There was a few of them on it wonders sort of thing.
I saw him at Glastonbury and he did that song 3 times in a 40-minute
same joke.
Did he really?
He did it, yeah.
No.
Well, apparently, is it Europe? What song have Europe got?
Final Countdown.
Apparently, they do that 3 times when they go on tour.
Yeah, I mean, you'd come on to that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, will they open with it?
Yeah.
They do something in the middle about it. Like, you do 3 different versions of Final Countdown and then closing it.
The penultimate countdown.
It's just so like you had either like in the middle, like right, an acoustic version now. It's the final countdown.
Just do covers, innit? It's fine.
Yeah.
Just do covers if you're struggling. I'd rather see Newton Faulkner do the hits, the hit, and then just do like Maggie May and
Kingston Sound.
What happened at that gig where you had to go and do an apology thing? You did a video about saying how these knobheads ruined that gig.
Oh, it was...
Does that only happen once when they just turned up and did they really just destroy that show?
No, I mean, we got through the show, it was fine. It turned out the next day.
So what happened?
So basically we got there, did the show, and it started, I'm opening the show and I'm about 20 minutes in, I'm thinking, I'm not thinking in my head, we're away here, we're in, sort of thing, the sound. There was a little bit of fucking, nothing out of the ordinary, a little bit of fucking where I've had to tell people to sort of behave.
So how do your shows work? Do you go on and do a bit and have a break, or do you just go on straight and just do
I'll go on, do 50 minutes to an hour, then we'll have a break, then I'll come back on as Gary's sister, Tash.
Yeah.
And I'll go back off. Then Andy comes on as Barry Mullet. I'll come back on as Gary. I'm giving all the show away, you know.
Well, no, just wonder how they work.
So basically, the second half's kind of like a
sitcom.
fucking stupid sitcom soap.
Like compilation.
Yeah.
So what happened to that show then?
So that was just basically, there was a few loud people, and I thought we couldn't work it out. I said afterwards to the lads, I was saying, Souls, man, I don't understand what the problem was. And then I found out the next day there's always a reason in that. The sound was fucking awful. It was terrible. But at that point, we didn't have a promoter. And then we got this promoter got on board, and he was there that night, and he said, I'll never let that happen to you again. He said there was no reason for it to happen.
So have you got lapel mics? Have you
got lapel mics? It just wasn't turned up loud enough at the back. So they'd do the sound check. Really. So I mean, we sort of fell out with the chap over it. And went, look, you can't do this again.
So they were shouting. Were they shouting, or what were they saying?
So because they couldn't really hear me or us, they were getting restless. Saturday. We just got out of lockdown, so people were fucking levered as well.
Now they've got to see this shoddy put together show.
And they couldn't hear it. And obviously, I think the level of writing's good. Like, you know, we keep ourselves to a high standard. We're proud of it, else we won't fucking do it. So when you're let down by stuff like that, it's fucking gutting. But it was nice knowing it was a sound issue.
So that's meant you saying that you're just going online saying there was just a load of cunts.
I just sort of apologised to people because a few people had messaged and said we had some arseholes around us.
But them arseholes were just...
And that was before...
That's our own
So there were arseholes.
They weren't even doing anything. I
hope he went online and did another video apologising to them cunts.
Apologising to the
arseholes.
Bit slagging the salmon off. You'll never work again.
So I think that were probably we can't hear, and I was going, fuck, have some fucking respect. We've been in lockdown, you fucking arseholes.
100,000 deaths, and you're fucking in here. Giving it all.
Yeah.
Next, I'm really sorry, guys.
Sorry about the microphone.
Sold out, though. Sold out.
That's it. That's all that matters.
The money in the bank, innit?
Maximum amount
Who
of
gives
people
a
were
shit?
upset after that. Fucking brilliant.
Do you have you ever found people coming to your show just because of the videos?
Yeah, I've had one or two. So obviously, I've not done a tour or anything yet, but I have people come to club gigs, and it's always couples, and it's always. He keeps showing me your videos. Yeah. It's never like, we both love these videos.
It's always one.
He's in bed, keeps showing me such and such. So you get and it's nice, isn't it, when you get that? Yeah. But it's weird.
Has it always been like, no one's ever been like,
like
it's not like these videos?
No, people always love it. Same as again, because obviously I've done stand-up first. Yeah. And you come and you do well.
You're quite similar though as well, aren't you?
Yeah, it's not it's not a character. I'm not doing a character.
Your videos are similar to who you are on stage.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like... So yeah, you do.
Because I always thought, like, imagine Gary Pownland and you come on trying to do your Jack Kirwan one-liners, dad jokes.
Just break carrots and go, shut your fucking mouth.
Why is Gary Pownland wrapped in tinfoil?
Yeah. I'm not really disabled, you fucking. I just do it for cheap laughs. Ricky, if it's all right for Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
No, that was not the sort of standard you should fucking hold yourself to these days.
Yeah. What's up with Derek? Derek's got.
What's up with the bloke who's just living in an old people's home, drinking cans, and the manager has never kicked him out?
Yeah, no, that's just safeguarding.
Do you know what's wrong? What his problem is? Ricky Gervais doesn't rock with Stephen Merchant anymore.
Karen throwing shade in the air. And the characters are a little bit left of centre.
So he's on the circuit anymore. He went, oh, Mo's not as old as he could be, and fuck Ricky Gervais, basically.
It's right, isn't it? Does anybody ever watch stuff and go, how come this doesn't make any sense?
I don't really watch much of his. I watched the bit I told you about. I watched the outtakes of The Office and thought that was a great way to do it, so I didn't stand up. But
he doesn't stand up by watching the outtakes. Like,
that's what.
Watch the outtakes of The Office and thought, I'll do stand up.
No, really? I thought I'd write sitcom first, and then realised you've got to do stand up. And I was my whole hand has been forced into everything I've done.
No,
Have you never thought about trying to do Bingham in shorter versions? You know the way like these.
Yeah, I could. I know. I watched that Bingham thing back, and I do think it's funny.
It is good. It is.
I do like it.
I know I give you shit, but it is good.
And then I go, yeah, but then I do like that, but I like the idea that you make it, you put it out, and it's gone. Then that's why I like the idea of doing sitcom, is the idea that you just stick it out there, make it, and then it's done. But like doing the hours,
it is well hard though. I think.
What sitcom?
It's not. You know what I mean? You make it, you stick it out, you still. I think it's more. I think it's a lot harder than stand-up.
I don't promote it. I didn't share that once. Basically, I put one link on Facebook years ago and went, "That's it."
Yeah. We've only seen it because someone found it.
Yeah. But now it's like now we whore ourselves out for it. It's like fucking do what you want with it. I'm not arsed.
Would you want repeat viewers though, or a new audience each week?
I'm not bothered about that. Just show me the checks at the end of the month. But you've done like 3 hours, haven't you?
Yeah.
See, now that's the difference. Yeah. That's why he's where he is, and I'm there on mine, just fucking screaming at me in my car, and he's doing sculpting a career.
But it's.
See, I'd never had that in me to go, I want to do it, because to me, I go, this is too long.
What have you done with your 3 hours?
So one was just like a debut, all my stuff I had.
Yeah,
where was that?
Threading through
that was in Edinburgh. So I've done them all in Edinburgh.
All your best bits for 45.
And have you found people come see in Edinburgh from the videos or not?
I've not had in Edinburgh yet where they've been doing the videos.
Right, all right, that's interesting.
Quite recent, isn't it? Well, I mean, you've always done stuff, but relatively recent.
Yeah, we'll see.
So how long have you been doing videos for?
Maybe like, I did the odd one before lockdown.
Comedy ones.
I did the odd one before lockdown, but maybe probably since the lockdown, really. So I don't know yet, but
since how much have your followers grown since?
Oh yeah, I think
I was smashing. Come on,
I was on like 2,000, and maybe I'm on like 20,000.
Oh yeah,
Twitter.
Fucking hell, I invited them on, didn't even know.
Did you not?
Your last video was like, did you say it's like 400,000 or something like that?
Yeah, you've had some big views. Like,
yeah.
It's PBJ for you, isn't
That's
it?
it, mate.
Have you signed with decent agency now, have you?
Yeah, that makes a difference as well. Like as much.
Did they come from the videos, the agency?
Just the air of legitimacy in it when you're on the same.
Yeah, a bit. It's like a culmination of anything. It's like whacking down a big tree with a little axe. Just keep whacking it, and eventually.
I don't mean to ask that like insultingly. It's just because like, so you see, like, we say, you see some comics who are putting stuff out like.
Yeah.
So there's a girl I watch on Instagram. She does funny videos and skits, and they're really good.
Yeah.
But I actually like she's putting on Instagram how she's doing stand up, and she's giving it the respect it deserves.
Yeah.
And earning her chops. But then some things have happened where I think, oh, it's too soon now. But then you don't want to be all like she's on some Comedy Central thing.
Yeah.
And the highlight, the sort of got
trolling her.
No, the highlight.
Shite. Full stop.
The highlight in here.
Love your videos, but this is shite.
Slut shaming it. It's not even got anything to do with the comment.
But it's highlighting her sort of thing, like selling it off her name, because of the followers sort of thing. And I think, you don't want to do that.
Give her a plug.
Don't push it too soon. And then there's another one where it's like she's just announced she signed for Off the Curb.
Do you want another beer or not?
I'm alright, mate.
She just signed Off the Curb. I was like, you've barely been doing it 3 years.
Yeah, but they will
we've
mold
had a lockdown and that. And
but the thing is, she probably won't end up even being stand-up.
Probably not. Yeah.
She'll be presenter, or she'll just do that as a TV thing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
You're just wanting to be stand-up?
I just love stand-up, man. Yeah, I want to just do shows, and I'd do write sitcom and that, and try and do stuff.
It's hard to write a sitcom.
Yeah, me and Chris Wash have been doing one.
Oh yeah, you do them sketches. They're great. Them.
Yeah, so
how do you?
Just over Zoom, we've just been doing it. And we've got like a script ready to go. It's just a case of selling it to someone now.
Oh, nice.
Surely you could get that.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. But
it's tricky doing it over Zoom, because what me and Alex Bourbon used to do was go around to each other's houses and make ourselves lunch. Yeah. And then just not do any script writing.
Used to eat pork pies. Talk about how the best way to cook a pork pie.
Literally.
And
then Alex used to come around to ours. I'd make him some pork pies, and then we'd sit and eat them, and then in the last hour of the day we'd go, right, let's do some writing.
What were you saying then?
It's so hard, isn't it, to get as you as a comedian, it's hard to get you to do anything. So like even to do that, it's good you've got a place to come and.
Well, this is just, we've agreed that this is something in our life that we sort of do now. It's like not an option.
Yeah. You've got to do something. I mean, like you, the videos and that.
Yeah, you need like a.
Go on, sorry.
You need something else, innit? You need some,
stand up just as a circuit isn't enough.
Yeah, it's nice to have something else, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
I think as well. I
had a side hustle doing 40 hours a week. It's like a side thing, do you know what I mean?
Overtime and a paper round. Just a little bit on the side.
No, but that's it though. I feel like the way people are now and the way you curate and build a fan base, people need to see you. Like saying, well, telly, people see you on telly once, forget about you. But it used to be the people see you on telly and go, oh, we need to go and see him.
Yeah.
Whereas now there's so much out there that people need to be able to. I think for people to become a fan, they need to look at your profile and go, oh, yeah, that was good. I've seen that off someone else. Let's watch everything else. Like I tend to find on our podcast page or on my page, people will like one thing because
give us shit.
People like one thing because they've seen us somewhere else or on something, and then you'll see them just like 10 videos at once, and then they follow you.
Yeah,
rather than going, oh, I like that, follow him. Yeah. It's bang. Oh, that was all good. I'll follow him now.
There's probably the more barriers you put in place as people buying tickets to come and see you. Do you know I mean if the link's a bit fucked or they've got to click off to something else and go? You're just putting more.
Oh yeah, that's suicide, isn't it? Clicking the link. I don't click. We don't click link. No one clicks links.
Yeah.
We're trying to get people to click links to the page. Fucking click it.
It's just like
that's the fear, isn't it? That is literally.
That's ruined.
You know what? I might do that. I might do that with our Patreon. One of our Patreon links. Just be just to see who's clicking the link and not signing up to the Patreon. Don't go, you cunt. Like, why did you sign up to the Patreon before that now? You clapping me clicking links, you rat.
So the sitcom, any teasers, or are you going to keep it all under wraps in case some rat nicks it off you?
There's no massive idea or concept. It's just two blokes in their 30s living a lot. Just what the circuit wants at the minute.
Just behaving badly.
Two white guys, just
two straight white
going
guys
around being straight all day, being cis all day,
just going around B&Q.
Yeah. But no, it's when you start a project like that, you're just happy to have got to the end of it. You're proud of yourself for even.
So you've just wrote the one pilot.
Just got the pilot, and obviously you have a treatment and the character bios and that, and you think a lot of it is just thinking about the world and that.
Yeah, a lot of actually typing 22, 30 pages takes
That's like the last
day.
bit. Yeah, so the dialogue in that. That's you think, right, day one, let's write a sitcom.
Yeah.
Rob says this, so it's.
When I started writing, you know, when you actually write dialogue, isn't it embarrassing?
Oh yeah,
I found it so embarrassing.
No one ever speaks like those first lines you put.
Yeah.
Good morning, Rob. How are you? I am well, son. How are you?
Well, just a lot of it is like exposition, or is that the word where it's just like Josh is in the thing, and then you go like, right, you need to write the words. They think I can't write words. That's weird. And then you get used to it, and then you go, oh, it's actually easy to start a script.
And
now.
it's arrogant in a way, isn't it? Because you know what we're saying about the girl that does videos and they're doing stand up. We're thinking, we'll write a sitcom, having no experience of writing a script ever before. I've done stand up. I'll just write a sitcom. It's well hard, isn't it? And we're probably going to take years to get good at it. Like we took years to get good at it.
I wonder. I'd be interested to see the difference between your sitcom and yours, because it's interesting when you both. One's coming from a character sort of thing, and one's coming from.
Well, theirs will be characters, but it depends how well developed. Like Gary's you've got the Foxes thing.
The fact that your character is so developed, do you think come easier to do a script sort of thing?
Sometimes, sorry, Jack. I think
question time. This
when you've got a real strong character, what's actually hard is the other characters, because you probably spent hours and hours and hours thinking about Gary. Yeah. It's the rest of the characters. Like obviously you're not.
You just give them a little bit of shout. There you go. He just works and spar, and that's enough.
What characters have you got now? You got Gary. You got Tash.
So there's Gary, Tash.
There's Barbara playing the.
Barbara plays Mrs. Parker.
Has she got much of a history or anything at the moment, or
no? She's only been in a couple of videos.
No, but I mean, like in your head.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's gonna go right back to she would. There's a reason Gary hates her, and it's because something that happened.
Yeah,
it's amazing that you need to know all that, don't you, just to be able to write
the backstory.
It
is its own little
never
world.
in the script. It might never ever come up,
but you need to know it.
You need to know why.
I think you're fucking because that's obviously remember the foxes' names. Somebody called me out once. What the foxes' name?
How many foxes has he got now?
He's got 10. One got run over by the mum. Trixie Fox got run over by the ice cream, but.
But do you ever think the foxes? So, like, are they the foxes in your head? Are they just ones that are just? Is it the same fox? Do you think in your head?
Nah, they've got personalities. There's like one who's
so
like
these 10 foxes. Are they all live in and come into his thing and that? And like the idea goes, you've got these 10 foxes. To me, it might just be like there's one fox that he just says that's that one again. And then he sees another one. He goes, "Oh, this will be this one."
No, he's got 10 foxes.
There's 10 foxes. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, do you remember like years ago there was the things in the? Do you remember when people's kids were getting mauled by foxes in the cots and cribs?
Yeah.
I just remember thinking that fucking nutters. There are people who do it.
There's something in that.
There's something in that.
Have you seen a video where you actually got the fox in your back garden or something? You've seen a fox in your back garden.
Yeah, I was doing the washing up.
Right. So the idea that you go like, there's 10 of them in the would you think that's too much of a stretch, or do you think?
I think if people are going to come...
Are you trying to give them ideas?
If people are going to come just as far as one fox, they'll come with 10, I think.
I don't know, because a pet fox...
It's doable.
It's doable.
I've thought about it.
10
I've seen dead foxes on the side of the road, and
10 pet foxes.
Vinny's close to being one of these arseholes who records it just because it's fucking... not everything needs to go online.
So how far along were your character depths? Are you just going to go with the two dads? It's basically personal, and then just develop.
Are they both dads? Are they?
No, they're not. It's just
reliving the youth.
So
me and you, mate.
It's basically just two blokes that are still mates in the 30s, and that's
to go to school together.
So obviously I'm not from the same place as Chris, so I've moved up to be with a woman that lives there.
Okay.
And he thinks he's taken under his wing, but
right. Okay.
Yeah.
It's our personalities, but just dialed up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you have to kind of and just make them a monster, like your worst.
So the latest one that I've seen is obviously you two competing with the kids.
Yeah.
So is it going to be sort of
the
like
sketches aren't the same as the
that's just a standalone thing, really.
But like, is that the base of it, where it's going to be like he's going to be like, oh, I'm thinking you're a gobshite and all that.
So he probably lives in the moment a bit more spontaneous, but not stupid, but thinks quite short term.
Right.
I'm like a bit of an overthinker, wildly optimistic and wildly pessimistic. I swing from this is the best thing in the world to this is the fucking worst thing.
See, once you nail on that whole thing, the writing's just quite simple, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. You need some real strong...
Like, you've ever seen Partridge and gone, oh, that's a great idea for Partridge.
Yeah.
You don't... Yeah. And then the world... You don't think that it's not really got a sit. It's not really got a situation. It's just got a...
Well, I heard a line at fucking christening or a funeral it was when I was just walking in the toilet. Just two people that I'd never really seen. Actually, I don't know. They were like relatives, but I didn't know them and that.
Yeah.
But I said, he goes, and I was going in for a piss. I just did one. He goes, now I just want to know, do carpet fitters move wardrobes? It's just like, it's just like, I was like, oh, that's a funny line. That like just two old fellas going, do carpet fitters move wardrobes? Yeah. And I was just like, that sounds like something Partridge do.
So
have you seen Richard Madeley? That's 10 times better than Partridge.
You know.
It's so, if you pitch Richard Madeley as you'd have producers say, nah, it's not. So you need to dial that back. People are gonna.
When Joe put together that compilation, like 3 minutes of it, oh my god, it was just beautiful.
He's incredible.
He did something the other day, didn't he? He's a knob, isn't he?
He's fantastic.
Yeah. It's just
but it's worth it. It's worth it being a knob.
He fell out with someone over something, didn't he? Like,
yeah, something really was somewhere else. Because I rarely think, fucking hell, you are a knob. I never, because I find him quite funny, but then it was somewhere I thought, that's out of order, man. That's really...
Yeah. Well, he goes, and the weatherman goes, just my daughter fancies him. And he's like, how much you got? Are you worth $1 million? You got $1 million in the bike?
And he'll just launch into like an opinion.
Yeah.
Whoa! So you just present the show. Like, easy. Like, I bet the producers like,
it's great.
Because Richard and Jim, they had like their own thing, didn't they? For
they were this morning, weren't they?
Yeah, this morning, and then they're
Channel 4, yeah.
And where's Judy gone? Are they still together?
They were in Granada Studios, weren't they? For a while as well. I remember that.
Are they still together?
The Bath got done for
Judy still together,
yeah. Wasn't it Anthony Worrell Thompson?
No, he got barred. I'm sure Richard Madeley got barred for pinching wine in Cornwall, in his little town.
Really?
Yeah. What's it called? Oh, no, that Paul
So Partridge.
Yeah.
I've been there. Yeah. I'm sure it's true.
I'm going to get barred from the Asda by ours. But I've never paid for sushi.
So
sushi?
Yeah, well, our Asda does like, it's Pankyu sushi, it's called now. It's meant to be like posher sushi. And I've never paid for it once. And I have it like 2 or 3 times a week. But the reason I don't pay for it, right, is because they put security tags on the baby milk. So once they started doing that, I was like, right, I just decided one day, I'm never paying for, if you're going to security tag baby milk, I'm never paying for sushi. So at least twice a week, I rob sushi from the Asda.
Just taking a stand, sort of thing.
I don't know if it's that, but like, because we talked about this, I'm fond of a bit of fraud. Basically, I've never had a job where I haven't had a screw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need something.
Until stand-up. And I haven't got a screw with stand-up. So I've just took to shoplifting. So it's like, I need something in my life where I'm doing something wrong. So I took to shoplifting a bit.
You know, I just realised I said, how scouts are you? Genuinely, I didn't mean because of the shoplifting thing. Fucked. I meant I was being alright.
Cancelled that whole order show's cancelled now.
Typical scouts are robbing sushi. That's what I was thinking.
120 tickets gone.
Not the actual act, but what you were stealing. Sorry.
Paul, cancel that show, mate. No, so I just started shoplifting.
What's your technique, Rob, for stealing? You just fucking
just blatant. More blatant the better.
Hide in plain sight, innit?
Yeah, so like I'll go to self-service.
Yeah.
I'll never just go in just for sushi and walk out with sushi. Yeah. So say
you're dressed as like a Japanese person.
Yeah, take it back. Cultural. This is cultural appropriation. Yeah. So like I'll go in. So like, what I do in Tesco is I'll just rob anything from Tesco. But what I do in Tesco is I'll get the baby milk.
Nuts there.
Get the baby milk and put it in the cage for the food bank, and then the security guard.
Yeah.
Because like if he wants to check whether I pay for it, he can. But I eye him as if to go, I have not paid for that. But I have the bollocks to take that out the food bank cage.
Just stare about.
Just stare. It's as if like you haven't got the bollocks.
You know you've got fucking cream eggs down your fucking cakes.
No, but it's just a bit like you haven't got the bollocks to take that out.
That's basically that's calling his bluff because he's thinking, well, who the fuck's he?
Yeah,
that's Robin Hood, isn't it?
But it's also the fact that like if he knows I haven't paid for that, that's sound. But you aren't stealing from the food bank guy. You're not going. Well, that's not going. That's got to go back on the shelf.
Yeah.
So like that's where it started from. It started from I was doing that in Tesco. And then I went to do it in the Asda, but they haven't got a food bank cage. But I walking past the milk and I noticed the Asda security tagged the milk. And I was like, right, I'm never paying for sushi again. So now I'll just go and get me shopping, whatever I'm going to get. I'll get at least 12 quid's worth of sushi. And I'll just have it in my hand. And I'll just scan everything else.
Restaurants,
that's the way. That's how, if I steal stuff, it's that.
Are you a bit of a klepto sometimes every now and then?
From self-checkouts, yeah. The moment they stopped, we just have machines. I thought, well, You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
You're asking for trouble. So
Asking for trouble.
They want it. They want you to steal.
Yeah.
Eyeballing the camera that's facing
the high value items in that hand.
Yeah.
And just scan with that one, or where it's card only, and it's so the thing is below. Just put it down.
Yeah.
Because you got the thing of did I not scan it? Do you know what I mean?
So I leave them in. I must have been holding that the whole time. Not even realise.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest item you're looking at getting from Tesco?
Not massive, maybe like £4 or £5 pack of chicken or something. Or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cooked chicken, not raw.
Yeah, right, okay.
So that's why I just bin it as soon as I get out.
That's why sushi's good because it's like £5 or £6 you can have three like 2 or 3 of them in your hand.
That can fuck off.
That's proved a point. Yeah, I used to what I like doing as well so recently enough for the Super Bowl when I buy ale in bulk as well. And my favourite thing is like
tell them
the woman. Yeah, the woman thinks you're doing her a favour. So you put the crate on and be like, there's 10 of them, love.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I won't make you scan them all. Just there you go, there's 10. And there's 14 in your trolley, sort of things.
Plasterboard in wicks or anything where it's bulk.
Yeah.
Like a heavy thing you lift on the thing. I've got 12 of these, and you got like.
Because they don't want to lift it, so they can't be
just this one.
Yeah. It's just one of them, love. What are they? I'm thinking them back.
Yeah, I'm just using them to take them out of the shop.
And the technique as well underneath the trolley. Because I've heard about people shoplifting by accident, like my sister.
Just leave it in the bag by accident.
Under the buggy and all that.
Yeah.
There's a technique called shouldering as well.
Yeah.
Where like the scanners on the doors as you go out. Yeah. You can put stuff on your shoulder there, and then as you go out, just as you go out the shop
above the scanner
and lift above the scanner. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Fuck.
Or just fucking get something and just fucking sprint out.
Or just get the stuff. I would tend to buy
just
an
pay
item
for your sushi or whatever.
If it's big enough to pocket it, just pick it up as you go halfway around the shop. It slides in, you forget about it, and you leave, and you go, I forgot about them batteries in my pocket.
Do you ever have that thing when you go in the shop drinking a can of pop or something?
Yeah.
And you're paranoid. You're like making.
Oh no.
I come in with this.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Then you get to the till and you're like,
I'd almost invite them to challenge me on that one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I know I'm in the right.
You're in the right.
Check the seat. Yeah.
Stand and drink it by where they're selling that item.
I've always had one. I had one where they tried to call me back and I just went no.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
What did you have on you?
I can't even. It was something small, but like I walked through. The buzzers went off. But I don't even think I'd robbed anything at the time. The buzzers went off and they went, "Excuse me," mate. I went, "Nah." Just carried on walking. And he just went. You saw the fella go, "Fuck it, can't be asked."
They're not insured.
They're not insured. Really?
I spoke to an M&S. When I worked at M&S one. The M&S people, the M&S security guards, aren't insured. Because I was speaking to him, "What'd you do if you do it?" And he was like, "Well, if we chase them and they stab us, that's on us."
Once you're off the premises, that's why, like, because the other thing is, they ever stop and go, "Oh, can we talk to you?" And you just go, "Yeah," by the car. And it's like, once you get through the doors, they're like,
when I worked,
by the car.
When I worked in the co-op, they would expect the staff to chase up. They don't have any security, and I was like, absolutely fucked wrong. Some of the staff would do it. They chased them because they just wanted to do something. But I was just like, mate, I'm on 8 hours. I'm seeing people putting vodka in their pockets. Like, I'm not going to have it.
When I worked in the spa, they literally said to us, "Just let them take you, fuck it."
They write off a certain percentage, don't they? Anyway,
I remember once when we were Sunday League team, we were playing Manchester team in like the Sunday League version of the FA Cup, and we actually put a coach on, so it must have been about 50 odd fans come to watch us on the sidelines on a big coach, and then we all stopped at an off license on the way back, just walked in, just took everything. Walked out again.
Fuck you.
Absolute cunt.
The whole coach.
Yeah.
Was it a bargain booze or was it like an independent?
Like a bargain, like a Nisa, I think it was. And we all just walked out, and the police.
Some poor fella's shop just getting fucking ransacked.
The police pulled us over.
50 scumbags.
Pulled us over on East Lancs and said, "We know who you all are. We've all got you on CCTV doing it all. And hey, what do you want to happen?"
What do you want to happen?
Yeah, like they do like we're going to drag you back and pay for it.
Fucking do it better.
They're going to drag you back and pay. You're going to have to go back and all. We're going to arrest you all and all that. And the next thing was like, the manager went, "What you want, mate?" And he was like, "Just tell him to give us 200 quid." So we had to do his little whip round. We whip round, got a bit of money.
Whip round for the shopkeeper. I've never heard of that before.
Exactly. Little whip round, give it to the busy. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to take that back to shop. I'm going to pay for all the booze." Like, yeah.
Cool. Have you ever anyone do a runner from a taxi you've been driving?
Yeah. I've had that a couple
Can you
of times.
feel it coming? Can you feel like these?
The longer you do,
Have you ever done a runner?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Sorry, lad.
Just drop us here by this canal.
Yeah, well, shit like that.
My mate almost got run over. I went the right way. He went in front of the car. I went back.
Idiot.
There's Ali Boy or some more estate. The Plough Alley, the Plough pub used to be next. So it's always every time. Plough Alley, please, mate, and you'd get through it, and then you were on the estate.
I've done 2 actually.
Not right.
Yeah.
How many have you done?
What, anyone, yeah.
You're quite athletic though, aren't you? You're quite quick.
I really went for it. Really like.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it Hackney or private hire?
It's like a mini cat, like a cow.
Mine was private eye.
Hackney, because I'm at Hackney, I can lock people in.
Oh, is it?
So as soon as you feel it coming,
We saw the doors.
Bang, that
I
gets
know,
locked.
He tried to jump out of a window and fell and smashed his face. I had to have like his face reconstructed.
Really?
Yeah, I had to have like his
How
face.
much was at the fair? About £6 or something like that.
Can you feel it coming though? Do you think these fuckers?
Yeah, mostly you can feel it coming. Like most
Silence.
Yeah.
There's just some.
They got running trainers on.
Couple of times you get done.
running spikes on in the back.
And it's funny when you stop them because you're like, and you can see they're like, like they pass you to pull over somewhere, and you put your foot in the brake.
Gotta smash them child locks on.
You just know they're coming, and they're like, just and you're like, and then the next thing is, you just take us to this place instead. And you're like, that's what you were going the whole time. You want them all right.
Yeah.
But like, so basically, as soon as you know they're going to do it, they know they got to go in the house and get the money, sort of thing. And like, but it is
the
funny.
Funniest one we had.
The worst is when it's block a flat, and you're like, because it's just. Especially when it's like a woman with a pram or something like that, and she goes to block a flat.
She's doing a runner.
No, because once they go to block a flat, not even doing a run, can you just go inside and get the money, and you just want to go, no. But it's like,
leave your kid
out, yeah.
What
you say?
You can't catch her with a push jet.
What you say?
We've got 6 of them. We don't mind losing that one.
But when they go in
once
they're in the flats, they're gone, aren't they? You don't know what flat they're going to.
I had one where we
just hoping and praying they're going to be come back.
We rang a taxi, and my mate went to his house, and then me and my other mate went to Ainsdale, and legged it, But he knew where our mate lived.
I was going to say, so he knows your mate just goes and knocks on the door.
At 6 in the morning going, give me 20 quid now. And then he's like, what the fuck's going on? He went, your 2 other mates are fucked up.
It's mad, I don't know if you've
That's just fucking thick on your behalf.
Have you ever done like a runner from a restaurant?
I was just going to ask you.
I've never done that, no.
But there's people.
I've fantasised, but I've gone.
My mate said it once, but it was like, I was the one that was left. Do you know what I mean? Because I thought, I'll be able to get it. But everyone's like, I just got to take a phone call. Like 6 lads taking a phone call out. It's like, fuck's sake. That's not doing a runner. That's bot.
Did they? So what happened after that?
So I was left.
So they knew they were all getting off on you?
So the plan was, we'll do a runner.
So you all agreed to do a runner?
Yeah.
Oh, you agreed.
And then you the last one to walk out?
And then your arse went...
No, I was the last one to go.
And did you go?
Yeah, but they were really watching me. I literally,
I thought you were going to say you foot the bill then, but you went, no, I left.
I was the only one that actually run though. They weren't running, they were just, I'm just going to... I'm going out for a cig or whatever. I was like,
at the end of the Sound of Music or something, like one by one.
I know. That'd be so funny if all 6 of you bolted.
People getting up like, hello.
What you should have done is pretend to see some sort of fight and go, look, them kids are getting battered. They were legging out.
But it's horrible. And because also, I didn't agree with it morally.
No.
I really weren't into it.
It's just what you do when you're young.
Where was it from? Where was it from?
An Indian restaurant in Swindon of all places.
That would have been independent, that as well. You're right.
You know what, as well? You know, like when...
You can only do it from a chain.
But you know, like, some...
They could get the sense of you on
some people that don't give a fuck, though, innit? They'll just... I can just... So they're ordering more stuff, knowing... they're going to... so it's off.
Who's that?
Get in a doggy bag. Get us a doggy bag, mate. Just...
Get us a doggy bag.
Especially if the service has been really great.
Had you had the bill?
Do these.
Yeah, the bill would come out like I had like 8 face towels, 8 hot face towels, like after 8s to get through.
What did I do? I left my friend. I did. Me and his cousin. We decided. We was pissed. Shall we? It's about 15 years ago. Yeah, fuck it. Come on. And we were just being stupid and ran off. And they had him up the. We were laughing, and then we met him after. I think he started crying because they had him up the wall with a knife. You'll pay. So that war nice. That war.
Yeah, I'm not proud of the 2 taxis I've run from. It was just something to do though. It was like you want to see what this is like.
The best one I had was...
but then you realise he's got mouths to feed.
Well, you say the best one I had. I had one, and it was going from Southport up to Preston. It was a 45 quid fare. And then we got there and they tried to say, oh, my purse has been robbed, my bag and all that. And I was like, I heard them talking, saying they had the purse and you know, like that. And they're like, oh, we've got no money. And then I was like, well, we'll just go to your house.
You've really got to have that conversation before you get in the cab. Or do it by text.
So I was like, we'll just go to your house.
Should we leg this one? Yeah.
We'll just go to your house. And they're like, no. And then, so I just went, listen, you're going to have to pay me. And they're like, I was like,
by some alternative
we'll do
method.
2 Fitbirds. And I was like, yeah, we'll see what happens. You're going to have to pay me.
Actually, I've got my purse on me.
Fake tax.
Yeah. No, they still flat out.
Change.
They still like just stuck to the guns like they weren't paying. They must just add.
And what have you got in your locker there? What can you do? Can you just
I went back to the police station.
You can drive them to the police station
because it was 45 quid away. I was like, well, you're going to 45 quid away from your house.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave you at the police. Like, so I got to the police station. And they just, at that point, they were calling me all sorts. You're a cunt, you're a rat and all that. You think, but the thing was, there was no, because your bank details will transfer you.
Yeah.
Or come back tomorrow or anything like
that.
An
entitlement. Look,
it was just like an entitlement that we're not paying now. Like, so it was like, right, sound. So got the police station, the police just locked them up in the cell overnight. Yeah. And the mum tried to accuse me of kidnapping and all that. And then, the problem was, though, they took me to outside their house. So like, the next
you drove them away. You literally drove them
to the house,
but then you driven them away from the
house. Yeah,
that's
that's why they got so pissed off because they could just see the finish line, and I'm just taking them further back, and further back. And I think in the end, the mum paid the police officer, and the police officer paid. It's just must have to just pay just to get them out, sort of thing. And then they paid me, and I was made up like when I got the money, sort of things. Like, you absolute pricks, but. It's like the fact that I knew where they lived wound me up because I was like, I still want to go and bang on his door. Yeah. Like, what did you think was going to happen? You didn't even have the audacity to like fucking leg
try and run.
People are taking you for a cunt. That's it's not the money, is it? It's how stupid you think I am.
How much of a knobhead do you think I'm going to go? Oh, all right then, go ahead.
Yeah,
45 quid as well. It's like an hour.
You can see, can't you? You know, like when people apply for jobs and that, like fraud. That's like a big no. It shows like. They're not trustworthy. Yeah, more than like even like violent crimes sometimes. Yeah, but actually you can see
fan of fraud.
But you can see how it happens, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If someone's like a conspiracy and stuff, you can see how people get sucked into that. I'll just drive somebody somewhere for this. Yeah, or, you can
hold that.
Yeah. Exactly. You can see how.
But after that's just you don't want to be. You want to save face. You want to be the one that goes, "Oh, I'm not holding that. I don't trust you." Mm. Yeah.
So, you did do a podcast, didn't you?
I used to love your podcast as well.
Comedy Express,
little 5-minute things. That talk about how things develop.
Who the fuck's? Hey, what's upset you now? Who the fuck do you think? Standing on the shoulder of Josh Pugh, mate?
Yeah,
short form podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing to do because you had to pay with Podbean if you use more than 16. Nothing to do with that. It's all conceptual. But you know, when that started as a Facebook status, like
I used to do them.
So your Facebook status is about smashing gigs. I just did it as a recording. Yeah,
it's funny then.
Yeah, it's just how things develop, isn't it? You know, it's kind of.
So why did you stop?
Just couldn't be. My heart weren't in it. Oh, that sounds more poignant than it was. Really, you know, when you've got to really want to do a podcast, don't you?
Not necessarily.
No.
Not in Simon's case.
You've got to feel like you really need to do a podcast.
We're tied into this because also the thing there's probably a bit of spite involved with going like, well, if one goes, the other one gets it also. Yeah. But I also think having someone that you can't let down.
That kicks off after I've left.
Yeah, but you can't also let someone else down if you commit to it. So when it's just you on your own, I think that's a lot more discipline. Yeah, but then we all do that all the time anyway, don't we?
You're not working off enthusiasm anyway. You're fucked in it.
Yeah,
you don't love what you're doing. You're not going to be able to do it.
And you can only, you got to want to do it.
How couldn't you fall out of love with it then? Because I loved them podcasts.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I don't know, mate.
Because you got good feedback.
You should have fucking told him then.
Do you get bored of ideas that you've had? Because I've done stuff in the past and gone, like you mentioned the Tony Den thing, or little bits, and I've gone. Yeah. After a bit, I've gone. I'm done with that now. Like, it was what it was at a certain time.
I wonder if it's a bit like material where you're like, oh, you know what? I'm sick of doing that joke so many times.
Yeah. It's just like it's like anything. You know, talk about Tony Denham, like the Facebook thing. And same as like grassroots thing. Yeah. Sometimes you're just fucking about with something for a bit. You know, like at school, if you got access to like a school email, you're gonna fuck around on that for a bit until it gets boring. Yeah, and then you fuck about doing something. It's
like a new game or something like that almost.
Yeah. So it's then obviously, I don't know. It's just another thing. I said my videos kind of replace that, I suppose. I'd love to have a podcast, but I've not got the the drive in that area to do it. You know.
Well, no, have we?
But
it depends though, because like we know we've got to do something, and neither of us really want to do like what these are doing. Like neither of us want to be doing video on ourselves, doing videos and that. Like,
well, it's not.
So it's got to the point. Well, what you do that you can do sort of thing. That's mostly like your stand up.
Yeah,
but isn't just putting stand up clips out, and it's just okay. Well, I'll be myself because that's what I am.
It's
on
a way
stage,
what is the easiest content I can put out regularly.
You have got the prep thing.
Yeah, sort of.
Right.
But then part of me just think
you've got the posts, you've got the editing, you've got the putting out.
That's the way you put the money into.
But I want to sell myself as me. Do you get what I mean? Because I'm not a character, and because I don't want to like. So your skits, as great as they are, because that's what you're like on stage.
Yeah, it's similar. Yeah,
it suits you. Unless I found something that was what I was like on stage, and I could put videos out like that, then maybe. But there's nothing I've seen. There's nothing I can vision that would sell who I am on stage. So who I am on stage to me is just me and myself, and obviously I'm a heightened version of certain things. So I want to, and sell doing this podcast. I'm selling myself because that's what I want them to buy into. That's who I want people to see because that's who I am. Like that. A lot of it as that's who I want to be, sort of thing.
A lot of it you do because it doesn't work as stand up. You know, you can't just go on stage and just talk about what you think about running from an Indian without making it funny. You haven't got the pressure. You can just talk, have a chat.
He's laughing because you said Indian.
Do you know what I mean?
An Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
You haven't got the pressure to be.
That's what I mean about putting it out there. It's out there.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's out there. Just fucking. If we didn't have to look for our own clips, I wouldn't watch anything anymore of that we do. Just because it's just because there's so much chat.
We watch ourselves because we need to know what clips you want to put out.
Yeah.
So we've done like 30 episodes.
So otherwise we don't watch it back because you were there. You know what?
30 episodes an hour and a half. What 45 hours?
Let's stop calculating it every week.
So, well, I do that because that's a lot of chat. That's
every
a lot of fucking
like
chat.
another fucking hour, 2.5 hours.
And I'm just like I'm repeating myself there.
Yeah, but people don't mind. They like it.
That's the thing. Podcast. It's supposed to be like just. It's background. It's not background, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like
some people love it. Like it used to be just it started off just audio, and then a lot of people are visual. Like we get pretty much. It's not. We get pretty much the same amount of audio listeners as we do people watching us on YouTube. Because it's just a new way. It's a new telly. People are sick of the same shite on telly, so they think, I watch these talk, and at least there's something new every because we've got guests on. Like people won't have seen you before, so it's like great. Well, there's a new conversation. There's something else I can get involved in, sort of thing, or like I can find something else that I didn't know before.
The sitcom thing. Would you do that as a a web series? You think?
I mean, as a last resort. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing.
Sitcom, I thought was a dead medium.
Yeah, but you know what? It's hard. It's shifting. In, you know, when you see people like, I'd love to get a Netflix special. They're like, oh fuck it, I'll just put it out on YouTube anyway. Do you know, I'll do my own thing. I'm DIY. Like, I'm happy to do that. But our first choice is someone else fucking doing it.
It's a big difference as well.
It on there.
But I'll be honest, that's you.
Yeah.
But I think yours. I understand why you don't film your own series.
Yeah, actually,
because you've got a following to
and sometimes you lose what it is by having
you know what I mean?
Big production value on Gary Pownland. It might lose what it.
Yeah.
Well,
you look at like Funs and Games. That like the minute the telly got involved with that, and they were like, "Oh well, we can't really sell it as a kids show. We need to make it more of a game show," and they ruined the whole thing. Whereas
I think we'll do it. We'll probably get that. We'll probably end up doing that unless something really nice happens and someone comes along and says, "Well, you know, we'll do this."
But do you reckon there'll ever be a massive mainstream sitcom though?
The only one with you, yeah, definitely. People. So there's 3,500 people every week watch this.
Yeah, but everything's a little.
So imagine like, but there'll be a cult that watch the TV show.
Yeah, no, but what I mean, like as a mainstream, like a Seinfeld level or something massive.
I do think so. I think.
Yeah, but I
think the way smart TVs and that are going, and everyone has access to YouTube.
It won't be BBC or Channel 4. It'd be a Netflix thing or an Apple TV thing.
I think YouTube will have a sitcom soon enough.
Yeah.
They do their own. They produce their own content enough now. Like people.
Wild Seed Studios, have you heard of them?
No, but young people, people younger than us watch YouTube productions all the time. Like they produce their own film and stuff like that. It's just that we're not used to seeing it, but it's out there, and people. I watch YouTube now. First thing I go to now, if I can't think of if I switch on my telly, first thing that comes up is the Fire Stick. So it's the Fire Stick before Sky.
Yeah.
So the Fire Stick comes up first. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I sell it.
Babe Station.
Josh, I sell it. Don't worry about that. Always gotta have a screw, told you. If you need it, IPTV, just let me know. I'll give it a cost. So, first thing is on Fire Stick. Because that's got Netflix and all that on. So the first thing I do then, if I don't know what I want to watch on Netflix, I go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Because it's got the algorithm.
Yeah.
So it's all automatically telling me.
What fights?
So I just end up watching travellers punching each other's heads.
Yeah, but sound. But if I've only got half an hour or an hour in the day, I'd rather watch 4 traveller fights than try and watch a sitcom that I get 20 minutes into and on my phone.
Well, you know, I've had like meetings about this sitcom, and they're like, "Oh, what do you watch?" And that, and I'm like, just.
Fucking nothing.
John Fury interviews. Yeah. John Fury showing us around a Russian caravan he's bought.
Yeah. That's what you're saying. But that's why I think. I think if you were to film it
out of context, Eddie Hearn.
He's going on tour, you know, John Fury.
Is he?
The Truth Tour,
do you know he wants to be on?
I want to open for.
Have a word. Try to get him.
Oh, it'd be incredible.
He's the first person to ever ask for money to do it.
Oh, really?
You got to pay him, haven't you?
He asked for $5,000.
Yeah.
That it?
Yeah.
They've got that, haven't they?
But you've got to be careful though. If you so much as mentioned to him, like you think you could take him in a fight, or
I don't think he'd have any Nightingale's silly little thing.
He couldn't do this.
No,
I couldn't do this.
Every other week I'm saying I can fight everyone.
Matt Tyson.
Yeah.
The best man in the world, Eric.
I never forget.
Remember from his brothers.
That bodybuilder kind of called him out as like a bit of a joke. We're doing it for charity. And John Fury said, "Get my name off your lips. Yeah. If we want to do it, it's not for charity. It's me and you in a car park.
I'll do it now. I'll do it now, outside now.
Just trying to help some kids."
Yeah, mate, that's he can't do our podcast because me and him did the fighting and I'd get battered, so I can't do it. But yeah, I do think I think that's the way forward for you because you've got the following. I know yours is on Facebook. It's trying to get it out to YouTube, but
yeah,
you just film it yourself. The only problem is obviously the skill level involved. I think that's the problem with TV. If you look at TV now, they're throwing dramas at everyone. There's another drama every 5 minutes, and that's because it's the last control they have because it costs the most. Like people can do their own panel shows, people can do their own stand-up specials, people can do their own almost reality TV.
Imagine putting your own drama out.
This is it, mate.
That's next.
Yeah.
But that's got to be next.
Yeah. It's
everything else is going out there.
Yeah.
God,
just bad sound and everything.
That's it.
Rad's dead, man.
Yeah, that
is next to his own period drama.
But that's got to be
costumes or anything.
You just hear the boom.
But that's got to be next, hasn't it?
All in selfie mode. Yeah.
I think you should. I think you should put your own. You should do it yourself. But the thing is, it's just the finances involved. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
You have to do a few more Wolverhampton.
Never use your own money when you're doing something like this,
you have
mate.
to see what happens.
You can crowdfund it. You could like.
It's a good idea, man. Kickstarter thing.
Kickstarter, yeah.
I always feel like is it then wasted? You know, if you do that, then what are the chances of it ever getting picked up for anything else? Well,
if you get enough views, if you get enough views on YouTube, BBC will bite your hand to do a second series on BBC.
Channel 4 comedy blaps.
Yeah, all he do is go, okay, you've done it on YouTube. Let's start it again, but we'll just use a different storyline, and we'll make out that
Jamie
YouTube
Demetriou's one. That's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was
that on YouTube first?
I think that was Comedy Blaps first.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I've never seen the sitcom. I never even knew it was out there. But it's been like
stuff. Let's Flash.
Yeah, no, I've seen his Comedy Blaps thing, and it's like he did one, Liam Williams did one. But that Stath Let's Flats character was that one stood out of all of them.
I've been watching a couple of comedy documentaries on YouTube.
Right.
I'll send them. Yeah, it's incredible. Do you know Ian Franklin, who books the Comedy Club? So it's years ago. It's him. Yeah. He's an agent, and it's a full-on documentary, and it's him like managing his acts. It's unbelievable.
What's it called?
It's called A Funny Business.
Right.
Like Rudy Liquid's on it. He's like Chappelle on there.
Yeah.
He's absolutely he's just ripping these gigs. It starts off. The gig starts at 9. One of his acts is an hour late, and he's got like a room full of people. This Ian Franklin. Yeah. He's saying I'm late, and I've just spilt a can of Coke all over my shirt. I've not got another it's incredible. If you're into comedy, it's fucking so funny.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then they go to Prague and he's setting these gigs up, and it's mad. You get to see him like doing the Jongleurs days, and It's wicked, honestly. It's so good.
A funny business on YouTube.
A funny business on YouTube. Yeah, I'll send you.
Not behind a paywall or anything.
Nah, man, it's
sad.
And you're skitting me off saying period dramas will be on there next.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's the way it's going.
And what's the other comedy documentary?
It's called. What's it called? Basically, it's a reviewer.
Comic relief
for the Times.
Not comedy review.
Yeah,
just put a GoPro on his head like
bike.
Francis Bourgeois.
I arrived at 7:30 on the evening.
He come off his bike, hasn't he? Not comedy. He's fucking mashed up.
Peter Fox.
Oh, fuck him.
That's what he's saying. I reckon someone's turned. Tony Coward just flipped. Done him in.
Cowards. The Ukraine tipped cowards over the edge, and he's just gone.
You can go over there now, Ukraine. You go and get involved if you want. We're not going to send an army, but if you want to go and.
Have you seen that guy who's fucking that?
Just goes out 6 weeks later, mate.
Jack's ready to go, man.
Take it, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Take the glasses, fuck me. Oh, Jesus, whip. Look where I am.
You ready to join the army if we need to?
Nah, fuck that.
You're conscientious objector.
Fighting for anyone. Yeah.
Pacifist.
Even though I work for the MOD and technically I help build bombs, I'm not getting involved.
You kept that quiet, fucking hell.
Yeah.
What about you? Would you go join Frontline?
I don't know, man.
Getting involved?
You see all these
Kalashnikov.
You see all these at what point are these celebrities on the front line distracting?
What do you mean?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. So far,
Chico in a tank. Do you know what I mean? It's like
so far the Ukrainian celebrities have all been hard knocks.
Yeah.
The celebrities on the front lines have all been hard knocks.
Yeah.
Two Klitschko brothers, Lomachenko.
Are you saying that someone's been? They're on the hit list. The Klitschko brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine getting that as a job. I got a job for you, pal. Take these two out. Open the envelope. It's fucking Vladimir Vitaly.
Yeah, but you got a gun in it.
Yeah.
It's like the Bellator world champion, Volomachenko, and two Klitschkos are on the front lines. Like
Lomachenko's on there.
Yeah.
Vasily.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's a waste, isn't it?
And there's Nazis fighting him as well, isn't there? There's like a part of the Ukrainian army, this little group that are fucking. It's virtually a swastika that they're wearing. It's fucking unbelievable. Proper neo-Nazis.
What, the Russians?
Ukrainians fighting.
Oh, so you're on the side of Ukraine. Whose side are you on?
Whose side am I on? No, I'm on the side of peace.
Yeah.
I'm on the side of Ukraine.
Have you seen the Ukrainian?
The Ukrainians have got the Nazi things on.
The Ukrainians have got neo-Nazis fighting for them. It's weird.
Yeah, well, have you seen what they've done today?
You're always going to get some nutters, aren't you? If you say, there's a big fight, and you already get a couple of nutters that are way too up for it.
You know what he's done today?
They've been training for the last 6 years.
The president's come out today and said anyone in prison who has veteran experience,
oh really?
What's the
fight for your freedom?
Army combat experience. Should
I imagine they're all experts at it.
Should be allowed free to come in.
Yeah, I'm a nonce. I'll get on the front line.
Some pedo was a scout leader.
Yeah. I'll look after the kids of war. Don't you worry about them. Come in here, guys.
It's mental, man.
We'll win the war, but at what cost? How many kids have got to get bummed before we cling on to Kiev?
Once more.
But these wars, I think probably, when
these wars,
wars, like Kosovo and all that.
Yeah,
we just didn't see it the same. We could get access to this footage all day on Twitter and stuff. It's
media, innit?
Yeah,
it's just staring us all up again.
Shocking to see. Yeah,
hiding the nonces, the lizards.
Oh,
and yet people are still sharing our videos. So it's
I know,
We need to get some fucking hashtag save Kiev.
Share one from the Ukraine, like Putin, and then the next one is just you talking about how many wanks a day you've had. This is what's wrong with the world. It's gone from like, oh, look at this tank running over this car in Russia, and then it's just you going, 8 wanks, one in the morning, one when I wake up, one when I go for a glass of water. 2 before bed, there's the 8. At the end of that 8 wanks clip, he did a clip where he's talking about 8 wanks. And at the end, he's trying to break down his day of 8 wanks in a day. And I challenged him saying that's bollocks, 8 wanks in a day. And at the end of this, he goes, so one when I got in, one when I woke up for some water. Then at the end of it, he just goes, got in from here, wank, got in bed. It's just like fucking...
Have you done 8 wanks in a day, is it?
That was be max, yeah. That was my top one in uni one day.
Fucking hell.
I think it's a lie, but...
You say it was a lie, but I'm promise
we'll
it's true. But since we put that clip out, so many people got in touch telling me they've had 8 wanks in a day.
Oh, liars, mate, liars.
Have you ever had that many wanks in a day? How many?
Nah, I wouldn't have thought so. If I'm getting to 8, I'm pushing for 10, I think. Do you know what I mean? I think if I was anywhere, I think I'm
round it up. Like, just fucking round it up to
getting
10.
greedy, mate. You're getting greedy.
Yeah, I'm nothing to that level.
We're gigging together this weekend.
Yeah, Friday, mate. I just seen it had the.
How late did you get that one, or has that been firmly in the diary?
No, I got it last week, I think.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Who's hosting? Do you know?
I have no idea.
I'm looking at that thinking, don't fucking ask me.
I think Darren's going to be close, but then he might host.
He might host, yeah.
And then.
Do you host? So do you ever host?
I've hosted a handful of times. I did Birmingham Glee once.
Yeah. I've hosted that gig actually. Don't tell them that because I might think,
What, Birmingham?
No, this one we're doing. This
Oxford?
Yeah.
How did you find it?
It was alright, yeah, it was fine.
The Glees are alright because usually they're quite well policed by the staff. Oxford's a little bit more Lamrogue and Josh, but Birmingham Glee is like, I think it's like, of all like weekend gigs to MC, that's probably one of the best.
Cardiff Glees can be ropey. I had to see that once.
I think that can be a bit tougher.
South Wales, in it, they're a bit.
What, UMC Cardiff Glee?
Yeah.
How was that?
I was a bit tame.
PTSD?
Yeah. No, it was alright, but when they're bubbling.
Right.
You're thinking, fuck. Yeah.
Glee don't care if you're MC or not, do they just put everyone
Nah, they just get sent a list of 4 people and they just make a lineup of them.
Yeah,
That's what happens, yeah.
They do, like, I mean, I said, like, I'll do it, but I haven't done it that often. He went, that's fine, and I was like, oh, as long as I said to them, I'm not like a regular host.
Yeah. Don't be judging me.
Yeah, don't be going, I could smash the MC spot and turn up and be fucking.
How come there's no MC? How come they do it like that? Is that new?
I think they have. I think they do know who can host.
Yeah.
I think they've got a rough idea, but sometimes if they're like filling a gap, maybe they'll be like, you can get up there, you can do it. And you can usually you can do it, can't you?
Yeah, it's got to be.
just a bit
crying.
Get the crowbar out, you go like.
So you two are together, I'm with someone, hey.
It is horrible when you see, like, that's how easy it is to crowbar in your set, to crowd. You're like, God, this is.
Mate, I did a gig
criminal.
once. It was about climate change.
Gig about climate change.
I got booked to do it.
Oh no!
And I had no stuff about climate change at all, and I've just been like, we've got to look after our future. So I've just had to become a dad.
I'm concerned about climate change because I've just had a new kid, and I'm just worried about the way the world's going to be.
That's literally what I was doing.
How's the new kid coming?
Oh, it's great, mate. It's wicked.
Look how positive he is.
Just magic.
How old is he?
He's 11 weeks.
How tired are you?
I'm sound, mate. He sleeps.
Mate, he's 16 months in the game and he's still saying
can't do a podcast with 4 or 5 yawns. I'm knackered. I've been exhausted since day one.
He sleeps sound, mate. He's fucking
Tell him about that beautiful story about the moonlight and.
Oh yeah, so
sweet, man.
I kept first few days. I was just so emotional. First few because the labour and that's so emotional. Like first time we took him had to go in a lift back up to the ward.
Yeah,
I was just in tears. He's been in a lift. It's his first lift he's ever been in. It's like so emotional. Honestly, first time he's been on a lift, and then got him home.
Stuck.
Jamming that movie
On his own. I'll see you up there, son. I'm scared of these things. I'll get the stairs.
Raced him up the stairs. Fucking get in, mate. And
he's not there. Oh, bollocks.
And then the first few nights, I was getting up with him, and I was like cradling him, and I was going into the back room, and like the moon was coming in, and it's like on his face. I was like so emotional. I kept saying to my wife, "This is such a beautiful thing I'm doing. The moon's coming in." And one
She's
night,
there bleeding.
one night she was up. I was like, "Babe, come and look at this.
Stinking of
this what I'm talking about." She come in. She's like, "It's not the fucking moon. It was a security light on a factory off the back. Just in his face like that."
Just babe with a lad in UV light.
The car, Josh. Oh shit.
Oh.
But I was like, oh fuck yeah. So
that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wicked. Man.
Wait till he's 18 months old and lifts your top up and just shoves his finger in your belly button. You're just like, oh yeah, remember these lovely moments we used to have? I can't be topless now. He just tweaks me nipple.
Does it? Yeah.
He just learned how to tweak me nipple. Yeah. And it's
trying to get a bit of food off that.
Just hilarious. He's just like that. Just sits there, just comes up like he wants a hug. So you get him up, give him a hug, and the next thing he's just like,
that was one of the worst phases.
And it starts fingering his belly button.
That nipple twisting craze. Did you have that where you lived?
Nipple cripple.
Oh yeah.
Tuning people,
turnips.
Yeah, tuning.
What do farmers grow?
Tuning you into Radio 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrendous.
A nipple. Yeah, that could be pretty brutal. Like, what was worse than one of the worst things to do? I mean, you obviously get your birthday digs.
Yeah.
That's standard though, isn't it? But getting kneed in CDT.
Oh,
I used to get this guy used to box.
On the back
and
of the knee.
he was bony as fuck. Like he had big knuckles and he was just bony.
Yeah.
And he was sort of me mate, but he wasn't. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He just used to bully me and I'd laugh with him.
Yeah.
And every now and then we'd be all right, but then sometimes I'd just get a swift fucking to the side.
There's always some prick as well who wants to show you where your pressure points are. I don't want to know. I want to know where
Come here.
I don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Good to know now, though, innit?
Come here. Let me crack your fingers. No. Crack your own fingers.
Well, we had that guy in our school that used to say his hands were numb and he couldn't feel anything on his hands. And he'd put them on the table and everyone would just go, fuck off. And we'd punch his hands and be like, no, fine. And you could tell he was in agony.
I done that with a lad with the pressure points. Like, usually pressure points started squeezing up like my neck, you know, the little muscle there. Yeah. I was like, nah, I'm sound.
Trying to be like this.
He's calling me a psychopath. Yeah, there's something wrong with you. Like walking away, about to cry. He's like, no, I won't be defeated. Just fucking, as soon as you get off me, I'm gonna go cry in the toilet.
What's funny, them seeing him like this is him trying to get his thing. Like, this is him. This is going to make him. This is going to be his moment.
That's his fucking...
That's he's got...
His podcast is getting punched in the hands.
His hands, no one can hurt his hands. He's like, I just don't feel anything.
So if that was own new shit, he would have merch. He would.
This guy could also...
His own gloves.
This guy looked like a divorced man at like
You know what 16? I started following yesterday? Some fella goes around rating benches.
Was it raping? And
rating just benches. Wow. And I started following yesterday and thinking, I thought to myself, I love this. And then when I think about it now, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's that takeaway guy as well, that Peter Kay sort of guy who does the takeaways.
Yeah.
Just massive.
What, is it bootlegger as well? Who's that guy?
Oh, yeah.
He's just like a Welsh football fan.
Yeah, Welsh Wrexham fan. Just fucking loves it.
What is it? I don't know.
Is it Lad Baby as well?
Oh, don't talk about that.
He's had like more number ones and like the Jam.
That Tory twat. Well, you're younger
probably worth more money than Weller as well.
I've got to because it's affecting my mental state.
Right, sound. We'll be finishing soon anyway, but I wanted to ask Josh before he goes. Tell us about your futsal career.
Oh yeah, man. I will. Do I carry on now?
Yeah, just go. We're raw, no gimmicks, no features. Just we go no matter what.
He's a piss. Just
carry on. Just carry on. That's what we do.
So I've played futsal. So I've got about 15% vision. My vision's dead low.
15%?
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, 15%.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
Yeah, that's what. But it doesn't feel like that.
He's drove you in as well.
That's what people say to me when I say that. I've got 50. Oh, can you drop? What do you think? 15% vision. Can I drop? Do you know what I mean? But
no, I don't know.
Well, no, of course not.
The fact you're a comedian, I assume
you need a lot more than that. I'd say.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't wear glasses or nothing?
Nah, glasses don't help because the problem's at the back of my eye.
Yeah.
If you put a glass lens on the front, it doesn't do anything. Right. It's like the back a bit is like worn away. So I played for England's partially sighted team.
Yeah.
For like 10 years, and the game we play is futsal, which is like the official indoor football. And like there's like a fully sighted futsal team and a big. Yeah. It's on BT Sport now. Futsal. It's getting quite big. It's getting bigger in this country. And Max Kilman.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was going to mention
he's come from futsal. He plays for Wolves.
Yeah.
We played against him. We played the partials against. I think he was in like the under 23s at the time. So we played then, and it's
you
like
played against him.
Yeah, he was.
No,
he was
wow, that's wicked.
So in 11 side, he's a bit of a stopper, isn't he?
Yes.
But in futsal, he's like dead, quick, and nimble and skillful.
Yeah.
In that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a wicked game. It's so good to watch. It's like it's a court sport.
So what is the difference then between five-a-side and?
So futsal, it's on a court. So like the ball can go out of play. The ball's a bit denser, so it's got like a reduced bounce.
Yeah.
It's dead quick.
Smaller in it as well.
The ball's the size 4 ball, and it's like hockey goals. And the keeper can come out. The keeper can play as an outfield player. It's wicked.
Fly goalie.
Fly keeper. That's what they're called. Keeper, or you can bring on an outfield player in a goalkeeper shirt, and he can play as an outfield player.
How did you get into it then?
Just always played football as a kid.
Yeah,
like 11-a-side and whatever. And then because my eyes were just fucked.
Yeah.
How
did you end up getting into futsal then? Like, or partially sighted futsal?
Because that's just the game that the partials play. Because 11-a-side.
So like the hospital tell you about it, or that's what I mean.
No, someone found at the FA because I played for a club and that.
Oh, before. Did you?
Yeah.
Who did you play
just like
for?
my local team, but obviously it's like, oh, we've got this lad who's got this thing. Yeah. And obviously they're kind of looking for people at the time. We've had loads of Scousers in the team over the years.
Yeah. Well, my mates played and went to Amsterdam, won a tournament playing.
Oh no, yeah. It's like we had
It's Big in Brazil, isn't it?
Yeah, it's big
Massive
in Brazil.
yeah.
It's big in like South American and Eastern Europe, Ukraine, Russia.
Yeah.
They're generally like top.
I wonder what's going to happen at Christmas, whether they're going to like stop and play futsal.
Yeah, 10 so yeah, it's wicked, man. And like yes, we've had loads of scouts. So then we play. Obviously, when we play in England, we have to play against sighted teams because we've got all the best visually impaired players. Right. So when we play, we have to play against like teams. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
So were you playing football?
Didn't anyone else have visually impaired players? No.
Nah, because if they're good enough, they'd come to.
You smash them as well.
It sometimes depends.
What do you mean play for you, sort of thing?
So we're England party side team.
Yeah.
So when we play international competitions, we play against other teams with the same. Well, apparently we've got the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Few ringers.
100%. Yeah.
Right.
Russia. Fucking hell.
Are they?
Yeah. Unbelievable. Argentina. We played it in Argentina.
Yeah.
And you have to get classified when you get there. You go and you like the doctor, like they test your eyes, they come and look in your eyes and all this. And these Argentinians were getting like guided in, like hands on the
fucking giving it the Hollywood.
They're gonna smash these. They just can't fucking see. Blind. Kick off. They've like scooped it, like fucking length of the cup, bringing it down on the chest, volleying it. Fuckers. And in Belarus, because it's a communist country, the standard of living, if you're an athlete, is so much higher. So you just get people like blagging it so they can get this better. And they went unbeaten for like 11 years, Belarus did. Unbelievable.
Perfectly sighted. Yeah. 20/20 vision across the board.
You see their paperwork because it's like it's all quite transparent now.
Not a contact lens between them.
Yeah. Their paperwork is like all the same doctor and they've got all the same condition. Yeah, sure.
All the same boxes ticked.
Yeah. But like, so you see when you get classified, so you go in and like they'll call me in and they'll be like, look at my eyes, they ask me to read, and they'll be like, yeah, and they'll like sign you off for like 4 years. You don't need to see you again for 4 years. And they come in once, the doctor's like, look in my eyes, and they're like, that's what this Russian lad is saying that he's got.
Yeah.
And he was in there, honestly, for like 6 hours. And he was like, it's scary when you feel like you're banged up abroad. Do you know what I mean? It's in a foreign country, they're pushing you, saying, you can see it. I'm like, I can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I want to...
So is your eyesight... So I don't know if you went there when I was away, but what is 15. Did it like deteriorate or is it always been...
So I've always had it, but it got worse.
And then it got to a point where
I couldn't...
It was affecting you playing regularly?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I can still play like my mates 11 aside, like Sunday League and that. Still do a job, but I'm
So if you had to describe what you usually see, what is it?
So my central vision's like... Just like... It's like someone's just smudged the central thing. But I've had it for so many years, I don't really notice it now.
Right,
other than it's just like... lower, do you know what I mean?
Right.
So my point. So when we play in England, we have to play against sighted teams because we've got all the we've got all the best partially sighted players. Do you know what I mean?
Is there like a futsal league?
There's a national futsal league. It's on BT Sport. It's just gone into BT Sport every Sunday.
Can futsal go? Because I imagine with that, then heading the ball might be quite. Which bit of the game is affecting most for you?
So it's just a distance. It's just the sheer distance that I struggle with.
Right.
And there's two levels. There's like B2s and B3. So B2s have got a lower level of sight. B3s have got a bit more. And obviously keepers are fully sighted keepers.
Right, yeah.
I thought you were a keeper.
Centre half.
I'd love to be a keeper. Yeah, now I'm at the back, man. I'd love to be a keeper. I want my kid to be a keeper as well.
Why?
Just blasting balls at him all day in the garden.
Right, okay, yeah. Someone to go in goal.
Get a samba goal and just start smashing.
I'm in goal because Dad wanted to just start scoring fucking worldies past me.
Yeah.
I was a keeper when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, Jack,
Yeah.
Good.
Something wrong, yeah.
Must have been shit from
something
the
not
start.
fucking right.
Yeah.
I was
Always
about that big, I was tiny. And I gave it up because we had a...
You get lobbed every 5 minutes.
Basically, we played a 5-sign tournament. I thought, this is for me. I'm sound.
Yeah.
And then he put like the big fat kid centre midfielder in goal as well for that instead of fucking me. I went home and cried and quit.
Being a keeper is hard because it's like because I played like up front.
Yeah.
It was like if we ever lost, it wasn't really your fault.
Yeah.
Because scoring's the hard bit. Whereas keeper and defence, like you one fuck up and they get the goal.
Yeah.
So being a keeper, I remember one time when there was someone took a goal kick. Fucking keepers got the bounce. We were like under 12, so if it bounced, it was a bouncy, like a high, but it just in, everyone's like, for fuck's sake.
Human.
But like, it was just like, and then he's only like 12, but he's like, everyone's like fucking livid with
You
him.
ever seen
like,
that video of the dad? He
pushes the kid.
He pushes
And the kid like that, like fucking miles away.
Puts it on the rebound anyway. So funny.
So like when you play over here, how often are you playing now? Are you still playing now? Or?
Yeah, still play. So we've got a full programme. We've got a World Cup in England next year, 2023, and I'll turn 34 then. Yeah. So it's kind of in Wolverhampton actually. The World Cup is.
Joking.
Yeah. But
do you have to do you have trials and that still, or
you have like camps, you have training wicket. But I'm quite established now.
Oh yeah.
I played for a couple of years and
PBJ over here for
yeah. They've had you have to obviously have like a training program and you do camps and all that, and it's hard with comedy because we're an amateur sport, so you lose a weekend of gigs to go and do.
The FA not pay you anything? No,
they pay me if I go away. They'll give me they'll compensate me for my gigs. Do you know what I mean? I'll make out I've done loads.
Add these 4 corporates in there.
These 12 doubles.
BBJ just fixing invoices. Go sources an invoice for this now.
I was at Hot Water. I was like one of them 40 gig runs at Hot Water.
What's Steve Coogan doing? Right, put Pugh in for that first. There they go. Right, 40 grand for that. He's missed out on.
But yeah, man. So it's
So how long have you been doing it for? Sorry.
So I played like maybe. I think. First got in the squad when I was 22.
So how have you done this?
What?
Have you done this when I've been away or not?
A little bit.
So how often are you with the squad then?
So it's usually meet up. Depends. We work towards championships.
Yeah.
So do you mean say we've got European Championships in November? We'll meet in like 1 weekend a month. Maybe do like an away fixture,
right?
And then you have a couple of days before the tournament, right. And then you might not have anything for a couple of months. Then you have to go off and play like yourself.
Right.
Do you have to keep yourself to a certain level of fitness?
Yeah, you got to stay fit. Yeah, you got to keep fit, and you get you do the tests and that when you get there. But you can't be peak. It's like it's like Premier League players will be fit as fuck all the time. You just got to have like a base fitness which you can then pick more like a boxer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, have like go to a camp.
You have like a little 12-week running. And
yeah.
There's no club scene or anything.
Yeah, there's clubs, but it's like, there's clubs.
There's just no.
How come you don't play for a club then?
I do now and again. I do know it's just hard to commit to. So and I'll play 11s aside with my mates, and I'll play like just small-sided football with my pals at home.
I suppose football's football at any level is time and stuff like that.
It is, and like it's funny when I play with my mates 11 aside because I'm quite a tall guy.
Yeah,
but I can't fucking see.
Yeah.
Everyone will come and mark me off corners. I can't fucking never in a million years I'm gonna.
It's the perfect decoy, isn't it?
So I'm like, proper looking for, proper giving it loads.
If you don't know where the ball's going, how the fuck are they meant to know where it's going?
Exactly. Yeah. I'm so if I win a header, I'm fucking better than scoring a goal for me. I'm celebrating. Do you know what I mean?
Really? Yeah.
Get it. Yeah. And I get around the refs as well when I play against sighted teams. Yeah, get around the refs straight away like a ref, and because a lot of them will know me because if they're a good ref, they've refed, or they'll know of me. Do you know what I mean? So I say obviously, ref of. When
you've nailed someone, didn't see him.
You got to be able to use it for stuff.
Yeah, they give me loads. I'm disadvantaged in every other department. Do you know what I mean? I might as well try and get around the ref.
Do you, how many tournaments you been to?
So I think you get a cap per tournament. So I think I've got 8 caps.
And mate, we're sitting here talking to someone who's got fucking England caps.
So I've had over 50 appearances now. There's a board at St George's where if you've had over 50 appearances, over 100
I'll be protecting that when the Russians come.
Yeah. So, but this year I'm being put on the board. So I could.
Yeah, boy.
You owe.
Yeah.
Royalty.
Yeah. Exactly. And mate, it's the best. You feel like a fucking superstar. You go.
When you go to a tournament, what's it like?
It's amazing. You're treated like any other England squad. You get a car from your house. You got the gear on. You straight through the airport, and it's fucking. But then you get
a decent hotel.
All the paparazzi are there.
It's usually like a tournament hotel and that.
Yeah,
it's funny. Like people see you in the airport. And we've got like a couple of young players. It's like, they might be the under-18s. It's not me. Like, you got kids running over. Yeah.
Might be a coach.
The partially sighted team. They're so gutted, honestly. Once at Scouse lad, actually, we played like an exhibition at school before we went away, and like we had
the party. No,
yeah, honestly, they're so gutted. When I was younger, I used to like under 21s.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah, but now I can't
walk around the England tracking on a night out in England tracking.
Reading my phone like that in the airport. And
he's trying to hide his face. He's having to celebrity.
Yeah. And what was I saying then?
Some other tournament you go to.
Scouts. You had like an exhibition before a tournament. And like at the school came to watch us play, and afterwards, like we give them, like, you have like England pens, not to give out.
So just keep.
And this one lad gave his shirt to the thing, and he come back in the changing room with his top off, and the manager was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are? Go and get your top back.
Really?
We've got like a set amount of kit."
Yeah, you have to go to JJB and get another one now.
Exactly. That's your kit for the tournament, and it'll be someone's job.
Put Beckham on the back of that.
Say we're playing in like Germany, it'll be someone's job to drive all the kit over.
Right.
Yeah. So much kit, you need like all the medical stuff. Well, you need the medical stuff with you on the aeroplane, actually.
Yeah.
Do you get new stuff every single time you go out?
Every single game. You take the tags off a shirt and shorts every single game, yeah.
Oh, it's boss, that.
But it's not...
Do you get to keep the boots?
No, why can't you give it away then if you take tag off every game?
I don't know why. I don't know if they reuse it or whatever.
Swapping shirts at the end of the match?
Yeah, I'll swap with the same lad every year. Number 3 for Ukraine.
Have you ever swapped with another? Have you ever swapped with another England player by accident?
That used to be the test. Yeah. So, but
that used to be the test.
The Russian lad, fucking, he tried to swap me like an England playing top. And he was like, swap.
Just for a River Island playing t-shirt.
Literally went and got like a Fruit of the Loom t-shirt out his back. No,
really?
Give it back, yeah. But yeah, it's yeah. But you know that
everyone checking the labels when they get in.
But the shirts you wear.
This is a fucking cardigan, you chicken. Let's put the effort in.
It's a towel from the hotel.
We're staying in the same hotel, you prick.
The shirts you wear aren't the shirts you'd buy off the hanger. They're like, well
better, aren't they? Oh, right,
really they're like playing shirts, not like replica shirts.
I always thought that, like, when I see the shirts now versus the shirts 20 years ago.
Well,
like,
you can buy the shirts they play in now, can't you?
Can you?
Yeah, but it's like £100 just for the shirt.
Never forget, remember the Kappa? Remember when Tottenham had that Kappa kit?
Just
it was like fucking, that was the first one that went skin tight. Yeah. It's like, fucking hell.
And they all made like that. But I feel like I bought a Wolves shirt last year and put it on. I thought, I'm never wearing that.
Well, you saw the guy, there was a centre-half for Newcastle. Who did Newcastle just play? He ripped the bottom of it out. And it was like, that's probably because it's such a thin material now. The big centre-half for Newcastle, like 6'6" or something.
It's just a stretchy dry fit now, isn't it?
Yeah. You see it with all the players in the Premier League, they've cut the back of the socks.
Yeah, you see that loads.
It's that tight.
Yeah, because it's too tight. Yeah, obviously they've got developed calves and all that, do you know what I mean?
You know when you go to a championship?
Yeah.
Go to a tournament then? Will people actually come and watch then, or?
Yeah, it depends,
like,
man.
Do they have them with audiences? Or?
So they'll watch, the hosts always have an audience.
Yeah.
And then it depends the country, do you know what I mean? So Argentina, they were well into it because it was futsal.
Yeah.
Turkey, we've had some big crowds in Turkey. Just before
hostile flares going off.
Mate, Turkey, honest to God.
Galatasaray, the favourite there, holding each other.
The partially sighted ultras.
Mate, honestly, I had water chucked on me in Turkey. Coming out the
That's
tunnel.
What you thought it was water, mate.
Coming out the tunnel.
Lighter fluid.
But it's funny, we played in Turkey last time, and it was in December. So there's no holidaymakers there.
Yeah.
But there's about 6 English people in our hotel who are either having their teeth done.
Right,
having their hair done. Yeah. And because there's fucking nothing else open.
Leo Case.
There's nothing else open.
Might as well come and watch.
They'll come into like England Party Sighted games, like fucking big teeth and that. Like, 6 random Essex birds.
I'd love to go like to one of them, just be a fucking mad like England fan and just like, you fucking what?
You just see on the phone, just Matt, what are your teeth like? They're amazing. The Party Sighted team could see them from the stands.
Oh, it's so funny. But we had one guy following us around once. It was well weird.
Scary.
He's like some nutter.
Like an England fan or?
He was like, he was Turkish.
Some fella.
But he just latched onto one of the lads saying he was like Joe Cole and all this, and kept like trying to get on the bus and that, mate. Get a grip.
Was he old or young?
Well, about mid-20s.
Bleach blonde hair, fully tanned.
Yeah.
You know where they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. Hey, Joe Cole.
My name is Joe Cole. I love the Red Sox, the Blue Sox.
Yeah. You look so good in that costume.
You went straight to Grealish with the tight shorts. You went Jack Grealish.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, great. Well, he's well developed calves.
He has extra small. I think he has.
Yeah,
small.
probably. But he has the Rui Costa thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, socks are halfway
does the
down.
Rui Costa down.
It's
The little
remember
babble.
Christian Vieri? He was the first one with the massive calf.
Was he?
Used to cut his. Yeah.
Rui Costa was the Del Piero, I suppose.
Yeah,
He used to have a wear
like,
low
pulled
sock.
down. Yeah,
I think it's Steve Claridge as well.
Yeah, Steve
Generation there, mate.
You know when you're getting kit, do you just get assigned it, or do they ask you what size you want?
They
and
ask
stuff
you,
like?
you have like a form to fill in, and
–
honestly, mate, people used to take so much.
Like
you'd see like people's like five-a-side teams at home, like the mates at Power League, all decked out like England gear and that.
Yeah.
One tournament, it was in Japan. It was like cold. I had like 2 of the big puffer jackets in my bag.
Ah, boss.
Yeah.
But there's
JP on them.
Nah, it's just like big, like Wenger ones.
Right.
But it'll clamp right down there. You can't. Do you know what I mean? You can't just steal.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You should be allowed,
Brexit.
if they're not going to pay you, you should be allowed to fucking take as much kit as you want.
That's
Fuck you, I'm not
justification,
playing
yeah.
unless you fucking give me the gear.
Yeah.
They're not going to say fucking no to Jordan Henderson, are they?
There was one lad, a Cockney lad, Bradley, I was in a room with him once, and he wanted his playing shorts. So with about a minute to go, he went down injured.
Yeah.
So you go off and get
Where is he
treatment,
from?
He's a Cockney guy.
Was it?
Yeah, he wanted his shorts.
These fucking shorts.
Yeah. he come once.
I'm going to Benidorm next week.
He was asking like the kit man. The first thing he did when he got there was asking if they got any 3/4 for his brother-in-law.
3/4? Oh no.
This is supposed to be an elite environment. You got any 3/4 for my brother-in-law?
That should be fucking bad.
3/4? Like the training ones.
Yeah, not down there. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Did he get any?
Nah, don't do them.
So I got. He went down because he wanted his shorts. So what happened? So he goes down.
So
injured.
he went down injured.
Goes to the hospital in them.
Yeah.
You go in the hospital in them.
Is that what he did?
Yes, usually you come off, you take all your playing kit off,
Black,
stick it in
he's
the
twisted
middle.
his ankles.
Yeah.
He's come off. Obviously, he's getting treatment. The kit's packed away. Go back to your room.
Shorts
Bradley.
off, Bradley. No, hang on.
Yeah. He got him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe they wouldn't just give you them at the end of the
You
tournament.
get to keep, because we get our names on the back for the last 2 games, and you can keep them shirts.
for the last 2 games.
Yeah, so it should be ideally the semi and the final, or the semi and the...
So it's like a reward if you get to the semi and the final.
Yeah.
You get to keep your gear.
Yeah,
An incentive.
yeah, which, you know...
Fucking hell,
If you win a tournament,
tight
is
as
there a
fuck, ain't
bonus
it?
or anything? A little cheeky. Yeah, there's a little 5 ton.
we got to a...
Have a nice night
We
out
got
with
to
them.
so some of the other countries are professional. It's living.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We get like a hospitality day at
Alton
Wembley.
Towers.
yeah, SeaWorld.
On the smiler. What's that? That's just the parsley sighted dignity of having a day out.
But mate, it's funny when we go away. Obviously, the keepers can see, innit? The keepers can see perfectly.
Right.
But you got to think, you've gone to a hotel. You got 10 outfield players with you. You can't see that good.
Yeah.
You've fucking a lot of responsibility on you. Do you know what I mean? You're setting everyone's Wi-Fi up. You're going around. You're going around the buffet. Nobody knows what fucking anything is.
Oh, you can play some good pranks.
He's just
there.
got like 10 lads. Dylan, Dylan is a lovely guy. Such a good keeper.
Right.
Like, Dylan, what the fuck is that? Like, lads
In
just
more
biting
sense than one being a good keeper.
Yeah, lads biting into stuff. They don't know what it is. What the fuck is it? So funny, mate.
So, when you say they don't, like, some of these, like, completely, they couldn't even see what's on the plate.
No, but it's hard. You got to think. You got our restaurant.
How are they
is-
playing footy when...
Mate,
where
it's
does the-
unbelievable. Our best players have got like.
Has it got a bell in the bowl?
No, it's just it's inside. So you got a chance. Do you know what I mean? If you're outside, you got the sun. It's, do you know what I mean?
I thought you
I just don't
when
understand
you said
how you
it's
can
inside,
play footy
I thought
but
you meant it's
can't
inside
see what
of
you're eating.
You got to feel it.
That to me
like
is
the
just
force.
mind-blowing.
But
Like, what the
Either
fuck's
indoor
this?
or not.
But you got to think. You got like you got a restaurant you've never been to before. Everything's on. It's usually on a little card, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah,
you can't see what it is. It's
yeah.
usually on a little, say like chicken, fucking
Or
chow
fancy
mein.
writing.
Yeah, and it's like you can't. So do you know what I mean? So, but yeah.
Stored the number 86 for that cunt over there.
You ever tempted just to pick stuff up and start putting it fucking back? And
Oh mate,
The buffet.
some people, some of the other countries do that.
Sounds
Some
like
of
a
the other
right
countries.
Oh, it's
Have you ever won anything then?
We've got silver twice. Got to the final twice. Ukraine. are
He
the
won a
best
big
team.
bear at the fair when he knocked it all.
But genuinely, you go like Ukraine, Russia, England.
Are they really the top two,
Yeah,
Ukraine and Russia? Because
I
they
thought
cheat.
Brazil would be the top one.
Brazil are very good, but they don't always enter.
Right.
They're coming next year.
Why don't they always enter? Because they just...
I don't know. I think it's like a funding thing, or
But it's massive there. Like
it is massive. Yeah, but it's hard to get.
Are they the best when they turn up though?
Yeah, they're wicked. Yeah, Argentina great.
my mate used
They
to
usually
play
have one or
Australia.
two like class players. Do you know what I mean?
Right, that aren't blind in any way.
But you just get. So we had a lad that played at Newcastle, played in the Premier League for Newcastle, and he was like in an acid attack, and we had him, but we got him when he was like 38, and he was
What's
class.
his name?
Chris Holland, his name was. He played at Blues and Huddersfield.
Why did you do it?
No. Sorry.
But he come on for Newcastle
Yeah.
and like set 2 up like as his debut.
Right.
And I think he went out like the next week, and he was like stood here and he just fucking got him in there.
Shit.
Yeah, he still
Nothing to
plays.
do with him, but was
still,
it
yeah,
wrong place, wrong time?
wrong place. And he still played like lower leagues and whatever,
Yeah.
but he was never.
Never the same.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But no, it's great. And then you get other lads that just old Captain Steve. He played for Glentoran,
Yeah.
and he just his eyes started going. But he was fucking so good. And then it's bad. Great
I
player.
thought we were going to finish on acid attacks then. That would be so good to finish
Well,
on that.
you got anything interesting we don't know about?
Nah, nothing that I'd
No.
mention on the podcast. I'll try and get a show out of it first.
Yeah. Right. Do you want to tell us where we can find you then, Josh?
Yeah, just on the socials.
As what?
Yeah,
Josh Pugh comic, yeah.
Josh Pugh comic, yeah.
See, I know them.
Or,
I know the
or
handles,
FA
bro.
website /disability /particide /Josh Pugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's from the school of 2014.
Anything you want to push? You got a solo show coming up soon?
I will be doing, yeah. Well, but I'd say follow me now, and then
Right. Sorry.
Follow him now, act later.
Yeah. Follow him first, Josh Pugh comic. Jack, what are we following?
You can follow Gary Pownland if you want on Facebook. Poundland, like the shop, but not spelt the same.
Very funny.
We're coming to Liverpool in April, I think it is. Hot Water Comedy Club.
Yep.
I can't remember the date, but it's on there.
Not sold out.
yeah.
You've got a book, haven't you? The Grassroots book.
Yeah, Grassroots has got a book.
Why
Yeah,
don't you fucking sell that then?
yeah, you can.
Where
do.
can people find it?
At Grassroots Coach on Twitter.
Yeah, where can they find the book?
Amazon, Grassroots, a stepdad's
Stop
Quest for
shouting at
Silverware.
us.
Right, there we go.
That's such a good one.
What's Gary Pownland? Is he the same on everything? Gary Pownland
Yeah,
on
just
everything?
type in Gary Poundland is spelled put up with the LIND
Yeah,
at the shop, but not spelled the
Shop the
same.
same.
If you want to find that
on all social media.
all social media.
No.
Yeah.
Has he? Yes.
Yeah,
It's been nice not doing the voice tonight. You know, it's been really nice.
Show in Liverpool. Show anywhere else?
All over fucking Sheffield.
Where can people find the dates?
www.garypoundland.com.
Brilliant.
Nice that you got the domain as well.
Yeah, man.
I need to renew mine. I got an email through said, "Do you want to renew Simon Wozniak's WordPress?" I was like, taking a fucking piss.
Mine's expired, mate. So
I think people fucking use them, do they?
I'm terrified that I've got a big bill with Google
The
right
website's
now.
obsolete, I think.
Have you got one?
nah, not anymore. It's expired.
Can you not get access to the emails now?
But if I try and get it again, it's gonna be like, oh, that's already taken by John. Oh yeah, it's fucking me as well.
Yeah, if it's
I
fun-
might renew mine, but it depends how much. If it's like 60 quid, I might do it. Just so I've got the domain.
I think the domain's cheaper than I think it's like 12 quid. Domains used to be 12 quid.
I don't know, but Google kept emailing me going, "Oh, you need to pay this, or your account's outstanding 90 days." And I'm like, I just ignore it, and I don't know what I'm going to owe. I'm terrified of a massive bill coming through.
Right, can we finish this pod?
Oh, I'm enjoying the chat.
Register. You want to register is? That's just that'd be the fucking
Sell it on
tip.
when he's massive.
Yeah,
Sell it on.
Yeah, that's true.
Sell it on for 300 quid when he's huge.
I'll just let it expire then.
Yeah, I'd be like Homer Simpson in The Simpsons when he gets them shares and he cashes them for like 500 quid. And then they go way up and everyone's got cars and all that. And he comes home like, great news, everyone. And then Bart volleys at him in the eyes like, makes you feel better, everyone should do it.
Right.
Right, on that
Thank you very
Simpsons
much.
note, right,
See
thanks
you all
for coming
soon.
down, guys.
Ta-da.
Thank you.
Ta-da.